Yeah, buddy. Guess what it is? It's Friday and there is nowhere to go and it's raining. So I don't want to go nowhere. I can go out in the garage though. Yeah, buddy. So hope everybody's doing well. Yeah, buddy. We'll see if anybody shows up here tonight. If they don't, we'll just shut her down now. Yeah, buddy. So anyhow, if there's anybody that pops in, I hope everybody's having a great day. My day's been kind of flustered. You know what I'm saying? My brother-in-law passed away, and family stuff. You know what it is, man. You know what it is. So anyhow, I don't know, man. Still, we got Mr. Mac One's going on here, 45 seconds, and no one has shown up. Ooh, I'm so sad. Not really. Anyhow, Funky supposed to go live tonight because I haven't heard nothing from him. There's no saying he is. There's nowhere saying he's not. All that good stuff. So we'll find out here, man. See what's going on, man. This is live. Oh, man, this is. Hey, we got Mr. Blitzkrieg. What is going on? Fat Boy Fox, Badass 93 Sting. What is going on, my friend? Yeah, buddy. Bama 5.0. Zach Fox Body Mustang 22. Hello, Mike's Garage. Funky, working tomorrow, going to bed. Good evening, everyone. All right, Funky, have a good night. I'm glad I started live then if you're not going. I wasn't sure. Haven't heard nothing, so I figured I'd pop on here and see if you did. I'd just shut her down. Oh, yeah. It's good to see everybody tonight. I hope everybody's doing well. Oh, yeah. Let's see what we can find here. Yes. Badass 93 State. It's good to see you, my friend. We don't get to see as much as we used to. Let's get this pop out here. Participants, pop out chat. Yeah, we like the pop out chat. Yeah, buddy. Stick this over here. Go here. Yeah, man. I probably should message Sublime and say, get your ass up here, because that's what he'd do to me. Mm-hmm. Yeah, buddy. Pink's Garage. What's going on, my friend? Yeah, man. I'm telling you what, I've been so bloody busy, man. It's been crazy. I was supposed to actually go to work in the morning, but my brother-in-law passed away, and I had to take care of some family stuff. Why do I got to take care of the family stuff? I mean, I don't know, dude. It's aggravating. It's aggravating. But we got to take care of, I think, and I think everything will be okay. It is what it is. Let's see if we can get some people up here. Yeah. And, I mean, that, what's his name? Yeah, Sublime. Yeah, he's probably playing New Turbo Frog. Oh, sweet. That's awesome, man. That S93. That is so cool, dude. Yeah, I'm sorry too, man. But I mean, he's had a pretty rough life here the last few years. He was into drugs and stuff like that. Then he got off of them, and then he kept going back and forth. And the bad thing about it, the dude was smart. He could build anything, man. But I mean, my wife's father taught him everything he knew, man. You know. Thanks, there, Zach. Zachary. Let's see. Yeah, that's what we want to do. We want to pin message. That's it. That's what we want to do. But yep, it's just one of those days, man. Just one of those days. And like I said, I was supposed to go to work in the morning, but I thought this crap growing in my head. Yeah. I just figured, you know what? I don't see Funky going live. I might as well pop on here. Yeah, buddy. Thanks, Bama. Scott Keller, what's going on? Let's see here. So anyhow, Badass 93 Stings, Mr. Mach 1, I've been working on a new turbo build for the Fox. All new drag suspension too. Dude, that is gonna be so cool, man. So cool. I like that. That sounds like fun. Hey, old fart Scott. See, Scott, don't mess around. These people will attack you. Ah, shoot, man. Man, where's old crazy ass Salty and the rest of the gang? Let's see. Oops, the wrong one. Yeah, Tim Windsor, what's up, buddy? My friend Tim Windsor. They might be watching NASCAR for all I know. Who knows? Yeah, buddy. Well, thank you very much there, Badass 93 Stings. Dude, I can't wait to see what happens with that car with the turbo on it and all built up and ready to rock and roll, baby. Oh, yeah. And, you know, I got a little bit more done with the Fairmont on the wiring harness and stuff like that. I'm getting everything all stuck together and everything. Yeah, it's a lot of work on these cars, man. Here's old Pinky himself. What's up, Pinks?
Hey, how's it going?
Another day in paradise, brother. Another day in paradise.
Yeah,
I'm just trying to figure out who's paradise.
I know. It's not mine. What's up, Salty?
Salty made it in there. Look at here.
Oh, Tim Windsor. How's it going?
Thanks, Tim Windsor. I appreciate it, my friend.
Oh,
What the hell?
I'm ready for Monday to get here.
Well, I have to say,
I hate to say that, but
I'm not really ready for Monday to get here. But hey, I'm not going to push it away. You know what I mean?
well, the reason is I've got an injection in my back on Monday, and I'm really hoping it's going to help with some of this pain.
Well, you know, I got to tell you, Pinks, you got to be careful how you say that. You got an injection in your bag.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because guys like me would run with it.
It's a medical procedure, I swear. At least
It
that's
doesn't
what the
make it
guy
any better.
told me.
There's different things they can call medical procedures. So
Street Fox 5.0. What's going on, buddy?
hey, so first, Gary, sorry to hear about your brother-in-law. That's never something that people. It's hard to deal with. So sorry about that.
Well, you know, the thing about it is, though, is that he's still young. He was a young guy, man. He's only 52 or 53.
Oh, Jesus, that's my age.
You know what I'm saying? But he was heavy into the drugs in that, man. And then he was in and out of it. And he had like 12 heart attacks. This last one finally took him out.
Wow.
That's hard. That's hard.
Wow. That's rough.
But when you're messing with that dope, dude, you know.
I've never had issues with addiction, so I don't understand. But I'm guessing it's got to be hard going through that.
Well, Mike, it's the thing about it is that we all have our own little addictions. You know what I'm saying? You're probably more like me. You probably got more into cars than anything. You know what I'm saying? That was our addiction.
And I do the thing that people do. You buy stuff thinking you'll get joy, and then you get it, and ooh, there's the next shiny thing. So let me get that because I'll get joy. But,
right.
And you just buy random shit, as my wife calls it.
Yeah. But I mean, we all got our addictions in different ways. Barbecue Mike, what's going on, brother? Thanks for coming in.
So
Salty, how you doing, brother?
Oh, man, I'm doing all right, man. You know how it is when you're doing them drugs, though, man. You can only dodge that bullseye so many times.
Well, the thing about this, I wouldn't understand that because I never got into it. I mean, the most thing I ever did was, drink a few beers, but that was about it.
I got into smoking pot back in the day and, taking those little white crosses when I was driving the truck. But as far as that heavy shit, no, I cannot relate to none of that stuff.
Yeah.
Well, I was always afraid what it'd do to me.
Right. So, question for you, Gary, since you're up here and you're presenting, and maybe we'll kind of shift to a different topic, and maybe this will be something more fun to talk about for you. So, what's your newest and greatest plans for your edition?
For my addition?
For your shop?
I've got to get some money first.
Okay. Have you worked on your plans or?
I haven't really done anything yet, but I did talk to the city, and the city said they shouldn't be any problem with putting up what I want to put up.
That's smart. Okay, so
I did talk to them, you know,
Good.
because I had some stuff going on with the junkyard property and stuff like that. This guy put a huge building up and never went and got a permit or nothing. So they contacted him and they said, listen, either you get to, you're going to have to tear it down. Then you got to go through the procedure to get the permits. So he called me, can you help me? I said, look, they hate me just as much as they hate you. So, you know, but I went down there and I talked to him, this and that. Then that's when I asked about the building. I says, you know, from behind my house. So I gave my address and everything like that. He goes, well, you've already been almost approved. You just got to finish. So I was like, cool. Because remember, I was going to build that building last time, but it was so much money. I was like, yeah, I better leave it alone.
Nice. You can get it. I mean, if you get funds together, at least get it, you know, started and stuff, and then worry about the other stuff later on.
Well, I'm going to have it built and put the concrete down, and then the rest of the stuff I'll worry later on, just like you're saying. But anyhow, you guys check out Proline, dude. He's changing that K-member on his car and everything today, man. That's pretty nice. Cool. He's using
I seen that picture in Car Peeps where he done changed the K-member stuff. Yeah, it is.
Is that who was posting all that stuff today? I wasn't even paying attention to who it was.
Yeah, that's Proline. I added him to the Car Peeps group.
You know, for some reason, I thought it was Mark.
What's going on there,
I thought it was 91 Mustang LX that was doing that. I didn't even pay attention to what car it was.
What's up going on, guys?
What's up, buddy?
I'm at work.
Ford Blue. I'm seeing a little bit of gray around your chin there.
Still at work.
It's always been like that, man.
Man, you aging.
A little dust.
That right there, hang on. That patch right there, that's my oldest daughter. That patch right there, that's my youngest son. This patch here is my oldest granddaughter.
You see this patch here? That is my oldest son.
Well,
yeah.
Pinks, you're just old. That's what happened. But he's aging in front of us.
Well, you gotta figure this. I mean, I'm good right here. I got a little bit here and a little bit here, but right here, this is all my kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, no shit. Look at here.
I've been gray for so long.
Nothing but fucking gray.
And I'm only 53, and I just turned 53.
My shit only knows one color, gray. It grows no other color.
My dad had color in his hair until he got cancer, and that was in his 60s.
Really?
And that's when his hair started changing.
So William said that thing was a handful, a lot of rubber hammering work.
Yeah, I bet it was, man.
I was thinking about, because I like the red, man, and my 93, that would look good under there, wouldn't it?
What K-member is that, Proline?
BMR, isn't it?
BMR.
Yeah, BMR is the red one.
It's the premium one, the one for like the racing you like to do.
Yeah, it's nice though.
It's nice. Oh, it's a drag K-member.
No, I think it's a drag car. It's the
road racing one.
Course.
Yeah.
Oh, like a handling, like a road course.
Yep.
So they've got two of them. So I've got the one that's mainly for drag racing. That's the lighter duty. But then there's the heavier duty one that's like the MMR one. That's freaking built like a tank. That one's nice.
It's what I think he's got in those cross members, or the not cross members, the things that about killed him.
I thought I remember reading where he said he'd probably see more curves than it would straight line. So, yeah. I think this one. I think you're right. I think it's got the heavy duty.
Read all that, but because his name's on there, I thought it was 91 Mustang.
Hey, who's this?
Jim,
and his car's a very similar color.
Never seen that person before. But what's going on, guys?
CSX Jim? Yeah.
I never seen him before.
We've met him at Blue Sky. Everybody's met him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's up there in your neck of the woods. So, okay. So you know who it would be. Yeah.
Even Pink's got to meet him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well. Now you get to meet this dumbass. Hey, man. What's up?
The AR. That's what it was. Getting the ARs in. That was his problem.
Yeah,
So Blue,
I was gonna go to work tomorrow, dude, but I got too much shit in my head right now to be going. You know.
I totally understand that. I know.
So Blue,
exactly
what the
how
hell
you
you
feel.
still doing at work?
I stayed late and did a transmission R&R for a guy that just had a defibrillator put in.
Ooh.
So I stayed late and did that, and make a couple of dollars, and he gets a vehicle, and he could have done it, but he got a defibrillator. He just had a defibrillator put in, so he shouldn't be doing that shit yet.
Exactly.
No.
Good
He's
on
still
you.
He's still open. He's still got to cut open, man.
Right.
What's up, Carmine?
Well, I mean, I think it was like a few weeks ago or some shit that he had it put in.
Bill.
Yeah. What's going on, Carmine?
Recovering.
You're
Hey,
still
Carmine.
healing. A couple weeks, you are still healing.
Yeah, so it's just a 07 Chevy Silverado 4x4 with a 4L60. I mean, I took it out, put it back in, had to pull the transfer case back out because the adapter between the transmission and the transfer case was where the mount went was an 1 3/4 inches back farther, so the fucking training mount wouldn't even go in.
But the thing about it is about with you though, Ford Blue Gauge, where it would take you 3 hours to do that, it would take that guy a month.
Yeah, maybe.
Take me a week at least.
Well, you know what I'm saying, though.
Yeah,
It'll take me a long time. I'm old. At least I feel old.
you ain't much older than me, are you?
48. How old are you?
I'm 45.
Yeah.
Okay. So
There's a big difference between 45 and 48. I felt much better at 45.
Well, how old are you guys? I'm the oldest one.
And you can outwork me too. So
I don't know anymore.
I see you working on your car. You're doing work on the Fairlane. I can't do anything on my cars, although I do think I'm going to be able to do an unboxing video this weekend.
Nice.
Because I don't have to do anything. I can sit there and do it.
Nice.
Flash Raptor 93. What's going on, buddy?
I'll be right back. I gotta answer the phone.
Okay, buddy. But yeah, I mean, the thing about it is that did you guys happen to listen to Biden the other night?
No.
I tried to listen to that line, son of a bitch.
I heard about it, but I didn't watch it.
That's all that son of a bitch stood up there and told lie after lie after lie. I was like, dude.
What was he?
My
What
wife
was
was
he
watching it,
peddling?
and I go, "Are you seriously watching that?" She goes, "Kinda."
And you know the only reason why he was screaming, don't you? Because that's the only way he wouldn't stutter over his damn words.
No, you're right.
Because if he was talking in a normal voice and stuff, he would have stuttered all over his damn sentences.
I think he was on something as well, though, dude. He wasn't.
I think they slapped some shit in his go-go juice or something.
They put some pop. They
give him that jet fuel coffee. Here's some espressos. Here
Angry
you
old
go.
man in a diaper.
Okay, Raptor.
Speaking of which, old man in a diaper. Could you imagine if he's up there giving a speech and then says, "I think I just pooped my pants"?
Well, he's got the diaper on, so he ain't gonna tell nobody.
Hey, so Pinks, I thought you were done with all that pain and everything in your back. Didn't you go back to the doctor or something?
So no, I thought I was done, but after surgery, I had pain in my leg that I didn't have before.
Okay.
It's nerve pain, and so when I went and got the MRI done, they found a cluster of nerves. So my thought is they missed something because it was so late at night when they were doing my surgery.
Right.
And they're not going to admit to that. But I'm going in the same office. They're going to give me one of the injections to see if it helps. And if it does help, then they know that they need to go back in and fix that, which unfortunately would just cost me more money.
Boss man, what's up, buddy?
But
what's going on, brother?
That's the interesting thing, though, because it's like if they screwed up and they got to go back in, why are you charging me? This is on you.
Yeah,
Because
they
this,
won't admit that they screwed up. They'll just say, "Well, they didn't. That wasn't part of the original procedure."
yeah, because this is a doctor's office, not the part stores. They don't give
Yeah,
refunds.
exactly. And
They give them a bad
yeah,
part.
I'm hoping it. No matter what, if the injection helps, that's great. And then I'll get a couple of them. I won't go right back in for surgery. I'm not even healed from the first one. In fact, I don't think they'd let me until I heal from the first one. My back.
Oh, yeah.
Tell her good luck.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah, good luck.
Mr. Carmob,
Yes.
tell her good luck, buddy. Let her know we're all thinking about her, man.
It's what is it? My back's hurting a little bit, just the healing process. But last night I got woken up by cramps in my leg. One of the reasons I had the back surgery in the first place was massive cramping in the legs. I got woken up by some of the worst leg cramps in my calves and my shins last night that I've ever had.
MJI, what's going on?
I got like 2 hours of sleep. What's up, MJI?
Well, the thing about it is that you're probably getting it from the nerves, right? Is that what's giving you the cramps?
Yes, it's the nerves. But it was
so that shit can help you.
Yeah, I'm hoping the injection helps, but it's on the right side where they're going to be doing the injection, and now I'm getting problems in the left side again too.
Yeah.
And I just think my back's just effed up, and I'm never going to be who I was before. Unfortunately.
No, anytime you get back surgery, dude, I've heard it from a lot of people that you'll never be back 100%.
That's sad, but I'll do what I can.
But yeah, think about it is normally people get leg cramps stuff like that. I say drink pickle juice, but I don't think anything's going to help you.
No.
Hopefully the shots do.
Because I do drink pickle juice because I like it.
So do I.
Actually, it mixes well with things too.
Sometimes I use it to quench my thirst.
I don't have any right now. I'm out.
I was wondering who we're missing. Bama, why in the fuck ain't you up on this panel?
Because he doesn't want to be.
So I was going to have Bama look at that Ford, that 64 Ford Galaxy that he put on there.
Oh, dude, yeah.
$2,500, man. That was a steal. And then I talked to the old man again the next day. He goes, yeah, the first guy looked at it. He bought that thing. And he said,
well, hell, he would have been a fool not to buy it because he knowed it wasn't going to last at that price.
No. But, I can't.
I saw a beautiful Calypso green hatchback. It's a 4-cylinder, but it's set up for the 8. The rear end and everything. They only want $6,000 for it, and it is beautiful inside and out.
Well,
that's easy to change. That ain't nothing but a gear change.
Right.
I ain't even worried about it. I'm not buying it, but I don't have the money.
Pinks, CSX Gym. Pinks, you'll be fine pushing forward. I push forward each day and enjoy every minute of life, regardless.
Oh, I'm really trying.
CSX has been going through a bit of a cancer scare, so he's got things going on too. I get what he's saying.
Yeah, I just just.
Be right back, gentlemen.
How's your wife doing, Pinks? Any better?
She's doing okay. She's doing better.
Okay.
She's just, she's dealing with the stomach and everything and the food she can't eat. And she made herself some fish tonight, but it didn't turn out very good because it's just plain and it's, I bought some fish for her and it just didn't turn out very good. So.
Yeah. So
and then I bought her some smoked turkey today, but they put too much pepper in their smoking. They had too much pepper on it. She couldn't eat it.
Wow.
Speaking of turkey, so my wife and I had date night tonight, which is different than when we're living in the suburbs and stuff. So my daughter, she went to her gymnastics dance thing. So she goes to that, and they have this date night thing once a month, and between 6 to 9, they'll watch your kid, and they can run around and do what have you. So we went out to eat, and then afterwards we went to Tractor Supply. So they had turkeys in there. The wife would not let me bring turkeys home. I'm looking at these. So we've got 4 new ducks, and we've got 4 new chickens. And I'm looking at, she's like, Dad, who's going to clean up it? I'm like, come on, just 2 turkeys. Because we're looking at those. I'm like, come on now. I could not wear her down. And then the guy that works there, he goes, they'll probably still be here tomorrow.
Turkeys are a pain in the arse. I don't like them. They're mean.
Oh,
They
these are
can
nice
be.
ones.
They
They'll
can be
jump
very
up,
mean.
They'll jump up and chest butt you and everything, dude.
Nice. I need something to eat the ticks.
Listen, so my uncle, he lived up in the Upper Peninsula, and he had like 80 acres. So, but behind his house, he had a place where he would feed the deer, you know, for like wintertime, because the winters are bad up there. So he'd always have stuff out for the deer, turkeys, and so forth. So my aunt walked out there one time to throw some more stuff out there for the turkeys, and they chased her back in the house.
Who saw that? I saw an ad for the video of it coming up, and I decided not to watch it.
I haven't seen it.
The new Dodge Charger.
Is it going to be electric?
The hybrid.
It's supposed to be inline 6 turbo.
Really?
With a hybrid electric motor, what I understood, wasn't it?
No, it was an option to just have the. Well, maybe it was with the hydroelectric, but it's supposed to be like either 450 horsepower or 550. But
I've seen some of those cars that have the option, like a V6 with the hybrid F-150. That thing puts out a buttload of power.
But the thing is, it's an inline 6. That piques my curiosity. V6s are awesome, but I'm a sucker for inline 6s.
I do like a good inline 6.
Yeah, inline 6 is just.
Is it going to be a slant 6?
Slant 6 is nice.
Is it going to be a slant 6?
Don't know. I didn't. Like I
don't
said,
know,
I didn't watch it.
So. Imagine if it was a slant 6.
Ooh.
That's turbo. That's sexy.
I haven't seen a slant 6 in a long time. Not.
Tell you what, though, I'd let a few other people be the suckers on that car first. Let them buy it about 6 months to a year and see how that car turns out. Then, if you're interested, go buy one.
Right.
I'm not buying another new car again.
I wouldn't buy a damn Dodge anyway.
I'm just interested.
My daughter did. She's paying for that.
Are they going to come back out with a slant 6?
I mean, I'm just surprised. Are they not even going to offer a V8 at all in the Charger no more?
No, just the 6.
No.
Inline 6.
Just the 6.
So are they going to continue making the Challenger with the V8?
No, the 8s are gone.
What?
Oh, really?
That don't sound right.
You're extremely lucky that Dodge is even continuing because their owners were wanting to pull the fuck out of America.
Well, you know what? I'd be happy. Tell them to get the fuck on.
Stellantis.
They don't want to be here. Get the hell out.
Stop everything here.
Stellantis hates America.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you don't want to be American, get the hell out. We don't want you here.
Nope, they hate them, man. I'm telling you. What are they? What are they? What'd you say they were again? Pinks?
Stellantis?
Yeah.
They're European.
Are they from Italy? No.
No, I think they're from Germany.
No, they're not from Germany.
Is it? Well, Fiat's Italy, and they bought Fiat because they bought.
Was it like
Fiat.
Sweden or something like that?
It might be Sweden. I don't know. I really don't know. I used to know.
So the inline
Italian.
6, they're calling it the
Italian.
Hurricane engine, and it's twin turbocharged. And
Really?
they have the SO, which is the standard output, which is going to be 420 horsepower, and then they have the HO, which is going to be 550. And then it says the all-electric one is 670. So, but still having a twin turbo inline 6, that is badass.
So hang on a second. They're headquartered in Amsterdam.
Oh,
so they're damn Netherlands then. Or Netherlands then.
The Netherlands, the first place I ever went out of the country with my last job.
Amsterdam, that's Holland.
Not to them.
That's where my brother was stationed for 2.5 years in the Air Force.
Trying to see here. I'm going to look up on this Hurricane engine to see.
Right here it says right here the company is headquartered in Amsterdam.
Yeah, that's Holland. That's the Netherlands.
Yep. What's your problem, Blue?
I guess they spend a lot of time down there on the red light district.
There's barely any red light district, so
that might explain their rainbow fucking change these days.
They got rid of like 90% of the red light district years ago.
They still got a bunch of it. Don't get me wrong, because I play golf with a lot of guys that live in Amsterdam right now. That's where they're born and raised. They still live there.
It's got like maybe a actual city block left of it.
I don't know how much is there. I could tell you. I know these guys are from there, and that's where they're born and raised, and they still live there. And I play golf with them all the time. So.
The last time I was there, in Amsterdam, they had minimized the red light district to try and make it more of a family-friendly city. They'd actually gotten rid of about 80 to 90% of what it used to be, which it's been getting smaller over the years. But they finally did a big push and like really cleaned it up and pushed it all to like one corner. And it's like one or two blocks, city blocks, and that's it. And
but the good thing about that place,
it's not even fun to walk through half the time anymore.
The good thing about that place is you can still go get a donut and a joint at the same place.
Not if you're American, you can't.
Hey,
I don't know about the Americans. I just know what they sell. I know what my buddies tell me. So,
Mr. Blitzkrieg asked if acupuncture would help you.
I don't know. Never tried it.
Your luck, just stick the needle in the wrong spot.
No, yeah, with my luck, they would. And I'd be paralyzed for the rest of my life.
You'd be like, Yahoo!
Yeah,
the thing doesn't come up. Then you'd be like, man,
that's sticking Bama's ass, and he'd be saying, I ain't going home at all. I like this place.
Oh.
You'd be tickling his prostate.
That's right.
Here. So
I'm sorry, my phone's in my pocket. I'm standing outside. I didn't know that, but the rain is here. It's freaking pouring down there.
Yeah, it's been raining all day here.
Yeah, I'm standing behind the screen door. I was standing down on the edge of the porch, but the water kept dripping on my damn foot. And I kept feeling it through my sock. I'm like, shit. I got behind the screen door. Hopefully it won't drip on me.
So I'm reading up on this Hurricane engine, and one thing I don't like about it is it's got that spray-on cylinder liner, the same as the Gen 3 Coyotes.
I'll tell you what I don't like about it. It's got that 5-liter on it. It's called Dodge.
But it is...
Dodge.
But the horsepower to weight ratio of that, how much the engine weighs, is pretty interesting. And also the torque numbers. So like the one that's 400 horsepower, it's 450 foot-pounds of torque.
Yeah, but how much does the car overall weigh? Does it still weigh like 4,400 pounds?
I don't know.
I mean, so you're still driving a turd down the road.
Now, could you imagine if it was 3,000 pounds?
It ain't gonna be 3,000. You can forget about that shit. That ain't happening no more in our lifetime.
Man,
it doesn't look anything like the old one.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be like that no more. Especially with only 500 foot-pounds of torque, and if it still weighs like 4,500 pounds, it's still a turd.
Well, the thing about that's going to help it, though, Salty, if it does have the torque, that will help it. You know?
Oh, yeah. But only having 550 pounds of torque, don't get me wrong, that sounds great, and we would give our left nut for that shit back in the day when we was all drag racing. But our cars back then was a hell of a lot lighter than they got these cars today. Them some bitches heavy as shit.
But the electric motors, they don't have a peak torque. They got torque.
That's true. Now, I agree with that. You're right. That's torque on demand there.
That would have helped that car.
But if that twin turbo V6 or inline 6 has that, if it don't have the electric motors, then basically it's still a turd. You know what I mean?
It's or is that light motor? Motor's 430 pounds.
What was that, Steve? Come here.
Yeah. The motor might be that, but then you got the turbos. You got every damn thing else goes with it that adds up all the weight again. So you really ain't losing much weight if you think about it. I guarantee you, Coyote still overall stock per stock is still going to be lighter than that car.
I don't know what the new ones weigh.
That's true.
What does the new Mustang weigh? Does anybody know? The Mustang GT?
Well, I'm just talking about engine. Especially if it just comes stock, with no supercharger or none of bullshit like that.
But I mean, really, the S650 is not really much different than the S550, so they got to weigh pretty close, right?
I would think so, yeah.
I mean, there's a lot more electrical on that S650 though.
Damn sure are. I agree with you on that, buddy. There's a hell of a lot more.
You know, so I mean, I don't know how much they'd weigh.
And a lot of people don't realize it, but wiring, it does add up to weight.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Well, that's why a lot of the car companies want to ditch 12 volt and go to like 48 volt, because you could use much thinner wire, which lessens the weight on the vehicle.
Yeah, but that just goes back to the price of the car going up, because then they got to have bigger batteries, more sophisticated batteries, which they're going to pile on the damn end of it when the consumer has to pay for the vehicle, because they're not going to put all that technology in there for free. They're going to charge you for that shit.
But it'll lighten the vehicle.
Wait, hold on a second here. Dodge has the heaviest American make muscle car today, but the fastest. I don't agree with that, badass.
They're stock. They do have a fast one. The fastest stock car. That's the Hellhound fucking demon.
Oh, you're talking about the Red Eye?
Yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah, that's the newest one, the Red Eye.
Whatever their fastest one is.
I think it's the Red Eye.
And it's the Red Eye, right? The other one's stock, completely stock, but it does come with a supercharger on it. So, yeah, the Demon, but it comes with a supercharger built in. You put a supercharger on the Mustang, guess what? The Mustang beats it most of the time because it's lighter and faster at that point.
Oh, yeah, the Demon comes stock with a supercharger on it, correct?
Yeah, but so does. I thought the Red Eye preceded the Demon. I thought the Red Eye took the Demon's place.
What's going on, William?
The Red Eye's not as fast, I don't think, is it? Red
Eye's supposed to be their top dog.
It's what, 707 horsepower.
Yeah, I think that's their top dog. They done away with the Demon and brought out the Red Eye, which is basically still the same damn car. It's just they swapped names.
It was a Demon.
Yeah, they just
Red Eye.
Well, the Demon was meant to be a low production car to begin with.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, though, you look at how much. Don't get me wrong. I know 700 horsepower is a hell of a lot, or 770, whatever the hell it is. Just like the Sublime GT500, it's a lot of horsepower, but then you also got a lot of power. You got a lot of weight too. If they could figure out how to drop some of the weight on these cars, these cars would be a hell of a lot faster than they are, and they would handle it.
Red Eye jailbreak. The Red Eye jailbreak is 807 horsepower.
Okay, well that's got to be a damn.
How many jailbreaks are there? How many of them?
Yeah, I was just going to say that's got to be a limited run number on that car.
Yeah, badass. We know you're talking about the stock car.
Hey, Gary.
Yeah.
So I'm reading up on this engine, and my mouth's watering a little bit. So it's an all aluminum engine. It's got a forged steel crank, and it's got forged rods on it from the factory.
Really?
Yep.
It's turbo.
Well, it's twin turbo, so they just can't put a cast shit in there. It won't ever last.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah, but
they have to put forged.
You don't have forged rods in the 2.6 and 3.5 EcoBoost.
Well, they're not meant to be that kind of car either. I mean, you look at the damn the EcoBoost Mustang's not 550 horsepower, not from factory.
No, it's like 400.
Yeah, I mean, so yeah, they had to step up the damn internals.
It's funny. I noticed on the 24 trucks, if you don't get a certain base models, you can't get the 5.0 anymore. You're stuck. Like if you want one of the upper echelon tiers, it's the 3.5. That's it. You're not offered any of the other engines.
Wait a minute. Is this new Charger? This thing's sexy, man.
Yeah, it's kind of nice.
So Gary, I'm looking at this. So this inline 6 is dual overhead cam.
No shit.
And if it's the standard output, it's a single fuel pump. If it's the dual out, the HO, it's got dual fuel pumps.
Nice.
Really?
Yeah,
they're going all out on this damn thing.
Didn't they make it a 2-door, Gary? Didn't they make it a 2-door?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought I seen one floating across Facebook the other day.
2 and 4. That car's sexy, man.
That's what they should have been doing to that car all along, offering it both ways. I guarantee you, they would have sold a hell of a lot more of them too. Don't get me wrong, they already did sell a hell of a lot of Chargers because they're everywhere around this damn place. Holy shit!
I'm telling
everywhere.
you, this car. Oh shit! I like it.
Yeah, what's Mike? Since you're doing all the research on that car, what's the vehicle weight on the car?
I don't know. I'm just researching the engine. I'm liking this engine.
I just like to know what the weight of the car is. Just out of curiosity. Since I'm on my phone and you sitting in front of your computer.
So this HO motor that builds 26 pounds of peak boost from the factory. So the inline 6 is at 26 psi. Nice.
550 horsepower, dude. With the 2 turbo straight 6 peak at 550 horses.
Yeah,
it should be a runner. It should be a runner right out of the box.
But look at what they're doing with these 6-cylinders nowadays, man. These things are badass.
You know who made that famous, don't you? Is when Ford put that shit in that GT and put that EcoBoost in there and went over there and kicked everybody's ass in Le Mans. Everybody started building that shit. It's amazing how
I like the front end on it too.
It's amazing how everybody always continuously follows what Ford does.
I'll be honest with you, man. I wouldn't mind having one of those. I like those better than I like the S650.
Dude, I couldn't buy one, man. I couldn't bring myself to buy one. It's got that 5-letter word on it.
It is.
William right here says they're 3,600 pounds.
3,600? Hell, that's less than damn GT500.
Yep.
3,600 pounds.
I am kind of digging that front end there on that one.
I like it, man.
Dude, that's going to beat a Coyote.
Oh, yeah. Should be able to. With the HO.
What's Dale saying?
HO?
What's Dale saying? 5838? What the hell's that? Dale, what's up with that 5838? What's that?
I don't know.
Yeah, so it's how many horsepower did they say for the high output? 500?
550.
How many foot-pounds of torque?
It doesn't say. What'd you say, Pinks?
I said it doesn't say.
Yeah, it didn't say.
All-wheel drive?
So it's a 3.0 inline 6 producing either 420 or 550 horsepower. So there's probably two different.
Yeah, they're probably offering one with single turbo and one with twin turbos.
Not so much a fan of the 4-door version.
No, but I like that 2-door.
That 2-door is sick.
Did you see the dash in that car?
They've got a Banshee SRT model coming out too, which
I have to say, man, I like this better than I like the S650.
So
I do too.
This Hurricane motor, I'm reading, is going to replace the Pentastar V6. So they're going to put this Hurricane in everything.
Well, like I said, give it a little time, let it get out on the market, and see what kind of damn problems folks are having out of it.
Well, like I said, I ain't buying nothing because I ain't buying nothing new no more, and
I'm not
in retirement mode.
I'm not going to buy it. I'm going to make the wife buy it.
There you go. Hey, look, we found you a new daily. Time to trade in that SUV.
I'm ready to see what the Banshee looks like when it comes out and what it has. The SRT that they're going to do, but they haven't released it yet.
Not me. I have found me a new group down here to hang out with. We're gonna start doing some RC car stuff around here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
bunch
man.
Of young kids.
No, these a bunch of old farts.
Yeah, like I said, a bunch of young kids.
No, these jokers are old farts. Well, the old farts playing with. Well, I would say playing with kids' toys, but when you pay $1,000 for an RC car, at that point, it ain't a kid no more. Yeah. When you pay $1,000 for an RC car, that takes it out of the realm of kids anymore.
I didn't say I wasn't.
That's too much money. That's too much money for a kid.
None of mine cost that much.
Yeah. Oh, I got some that cost more than that.
No, I won't buy expensive ones anymore. It's not worth my time. Now, my drones, on the other hand, that's a different story.
Well, we're all supposed to meet over here at Lander Motor Speedway next weekend. So hopefully the weather's good and we don't get kicked out of Lander Motor Speedway.
Hopefully.
Yeah, because don't know how they're going to allow us. I don't know if they're going to allow us to get over there on their property and play with the RC cars, but we're going to find
in the
out.
Parking lot? They should let you do it in the parking lot.
Companies like that are funny, man, because they know with all this shit going on these days. Yeah, you fall and get hurt on their property. Next thing you want, everybody wants to sue them. So we'll just have to wait and see how that works.
Maybe somebody in your group works there.
And I found this guy by chance. I was just strolling.
What's up?
Yeah, I was just strolling through the YouTube last night, and this guy's channel just popped up in my feed. And
Which one?
No, it wasn't last night. It was night before last.
What
And
channel?
oh God, what's his name? Rattle Can something. Fuck, I can't remember his name now. I got it saved. I can't remember what it is now. It's Rattle Can something. And but they're a bunch of black guys, man. Really cool guys. And they're really, really big into the freaking RC cars. But they do all of RC cars. They don't just do like jumps and flips. They do drag racing. They do NASCAR version. They got a big drone. I did not know that we had this place in Georgia until the guy showed me. He goes, "Yeah, man, this place out there in Lithonia." I said, "Well, no offense, I ain't going out there with you."
What, Livonia?
No, Lithonia. That place is right in the middle. Yeah, that place is right in the middle of the hood. My ass ain't going out there.
I'd go there. I got no problem going to a place like that.
Not me. Not me. Not me. I know the area. Not me.
What's that, Kim? Oh, she don't like the front of it.
No, I like the front. I think the front looks really slick. It does not look like a Charger, well, it kind of does. It kind of looks like an old Charger, that where it gets really thin in the front,
right?
But not at all. Like, it's weird.
You know what though? I'm going to ask you guys a question, and I want you to be honest with me. What do you really think? What has they ever made a bad inline six?
No.
Much. Who? When you say have they?
Nobody. None that I know.
I'm just saying, though, I mean, the inline sixes were always pretty much proven, right?
I have beat the hell out of some inline sixes before and never had them give up on me.
So, Gary, I got the torque specs. So it's 540 horsepower, 521 torque.
That's going to be good.
There you go.
That's going to be good. But badass, I don't know anything about a LS SWAT Fox, buddy. I've never planned on doing an LS SWAT Fox. So I don't know anything about that, buddy.
But yeah, man, I like I said, I just never, even the 4 and 6 cylinder straight inline sixes, all those engines were pretty strong, man.
The 300,
yeah,
the 300
was
that
is one of my all-time favorite engines for just being an engine because they are hard to kill.
The 306 is great, but I tell you, the only problem you got to worry about them when they stop leaking oil. That's when you got to worry about them.
That's what my son's problem was. He let his stop leaking oil and it blew up.
Because there's no oil in them to leak.
That's right. Yep. Because I'm gonna tell you, I've never seen a 306 that didn't leak oil.
But I'm just saying is that the diesel engines, they all take after the straight six, and you know what I'm saying? That's really what
Blue?
Yep.
Come on.
And then turbocharge it. What do you got? Yeah, buddy.
Got a lot of horsepower and a hell of a lot of torque.
Yeah. The only problem with those Proline is when something tears up on one of those, boy, it takes a lot of money to fix them. No, I ain't. I don't know if I've ever talked about putting a LS in a Fox body. I've always said I'm not opposed to doing it, but me personally, I've never done it.
Now you mostly just tease Ford Blue about it.
Yeah, that's mainly what it is. Just me teasing Blue, but as far as me, I've never done it.
But you know,
I'm not opposed to it.
These cars. See, remember Chrysler said they were going all electric. Remember?
Yep.
What's changing?
The world, because the world ain't backing that shit like they was before.
No, we're not. But the thing about it is, these oil companies and stuff like that, they're not going to allow that to happen, man. That's their money.
Hey, Gary, So one engine that I really liked, I've always liked inline sixes, but where I started liking them from, you familiar with Mercury outboard engines?
Yes.
So I used to work on these, and it was called the Tower of Power, and it was an inline six outboard, and the Comet, I think it was like 90 and 115 horsepower, and then the biggest one was 140. But they had so much freaking torque that when you just gunned it out of the hole, the damn thing would just kind of twist. I mean, you would feel the torque out of the damn thing.
Hey, here's a good guy right here. This guy right here is a damn good guy.
GPLE.
Real good guy.
What's going on there, buddy? Nice to meet you, man.
He's been in here before. I've known him for a long time, man.
I know my brother had that damn 200 horse Black Max on his damn bass boat. And I'll tell you one thing, that was one badass bass boat. That joker. You across the water, and the only damn thing in the water was the prop. The rest of the boat was just sitting there hovering across top of the water. I'm like, please don't wreck this bastard, because we all dead if you do.
He right here says I have a Tower of Power, 115 horsepower.
Yep.
71.
Then I think he had another one. I think it either had a 225 or a 250 Black Max or whatever on it. Man, you talking about some badass boats.
What my dad had. I remember.
Man, these boats are badass.
I remember my dad having that on his bass boat, that 250 Black Max.
Yeah, man, you talking about a lot of power. Good God Almighty. Just think, my brother's was on an 18-foot damn, what was that? Astro bass boat. I think it was called an Astro bass boat.
Let's see.
Man, that son bitch would fly.
The first one I remember having a Black Max on was actually a, Ranger. It was a Ranger, like 20-footer. And then the next one he had one on was a 20 or 22-foot Skeeter.
Yeah, my brother had a Skeeter at one time too. He used to be really, really big into bass fishing. Really, really big into that shit.
So was my dad. In fact, I've been out fishing with him numerous. I went out fishing with him in Vegas at Lake Mead back when the water was really high.
I was gonna say back when Lake Mead still had water in it.
No. It's come up a bunch since.
Oh yeah.
The big drop.
Yeah,
but it ain't showing all the dead bodies down there no more.
But back when it was even like another 50 feet up higher than it is now, back in the 80s. We were out there fishing when he was doing the U.S. Open Bass Tournament. I'd go out there and go pre-fishing with him, but I'd fish for half the day and then nothing for the rest of it. Swimming.
Badass. I don't know if it was a 4.3 or not. Mike would have to tell you about that. He worked on boat engines, so I couldn't tell you what the displacement was of it.
No idea. The Barra. I like the Barra engine. Those are good. I'm sorry. I like them.
Should be a monster, dude. That boat will flip.
Should be a monster. You better weight the front end down.
It's fun when you've got a boat going wide open and chain walking. So you have the chains, which are the back two corners, and it just kind of walk back and forth as it's on plane, and you're just trying to keep it from flipping and just spinning out. Yeah.
I went from Mustangs to boats back to Mustangs. Well, yeah, because you get tired of spinning, bust out another 1,000.
That's exactly what boat stands for.
Bring out another 1,000.
Damn right.
Either one.
You're talking about that's an expensive hobby to own. A boat? Good God. Shit on that.
It used to be cheap.
Yeah. It used to be cheap.
Shit happened. I remember.
Well, I'm not. No, it was way
expensive for years.
It was expensive way many years before COVID hit.
I've had a lot of boats, and I've had a lot of boats. I've worked on a lot of them. If you go
price one of those engines today at Bass Pro Shops and look how much you pay for that engine.
Oh, they're insane. But you go back
10
years ago, you could spend $35,000 on a boat and get a nice boat. Now it's $100,000.
To me, that's too much for a boat. 30.
Dude, you're spending 30, 35, 40,000 just on the engine now. That don't even come with the fucking boat. That's just the engine.
The thing is, though, is that the prices have gone up, but it's gone up on everything. You know what I'm saying?
It has not missed anything, dude. I'm telling you, it doesn't matter how small of an item it is. Inflation has hit it all.
Look, I don't care if it's gas, eggs, milk, cars, motorcycles, boats. Everything's way up, man. It's got ridiculous.
I'll give you a prime example. Today, instead of cooking, we went to Popeye's Chicken and got an 8-piece family meal. Check this out. It came in with 8 pieces of chicken, 2 side items, and 4 biscuits. And that motherfucker was $33.87.
And look how small the side items and biscuits are now.
And $30.
Man, dude, they were fucking like hockey pucks, dude.
So you're going to the wrong place. So wifey
wrong place. KFC sucks. Don't mention KFC because they absolutely suck.
So we went to a place for some nice down home cooking, and the wife, she got what the hell is it? Some sort of pasta with shrimp in it. I got this big ass salmon and got pie, got all this stuff, tons of sides, $40 out the door.
Yeah, but what restaurant is that? They might not have them down here where I'm at. I'm not going to drive all the way up there where the hell you live to get a $40 dinner.
The chain restaurants are actually more expensive now, and fast food's gotten way more expensive.
Well, now they're paying their people $15, $17 an hour now.
Yeah, no shit.
You're in California, because there the minimum wage is now $20 an hour.
Are you
heading to 25?
Really?
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Headed to 25 in the next so many years.
Dude,
that's crazy.
Minimum wage.
Hamburger's going to cost you $10 for.
They're talking $18 for a Big Mac meal.
Hell, on damn Fox News the other night they said that Wendy's is raising their prices again.
No, Wendy's is doing that bullshit surge pricing.
I don't know. All I know
is prices are going to go up, except in the times when they don't have a lot of people, and then they're going to lower them to try and attract more people.
All I know
surge times
is this damn Wendy's down here, the only damn fast food restaurant we got in our entire town. It absolutely sucks. The service sucks. You'll sit in the drive-thru for a damn hour just to get a 10-piece chicken nugget.
Well, listen, I got 3 chicken nuggets about that long, a little thing of coleslaw, a biscuit, and a little thing of macaroni and cheese. It cost me $13.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And that was that Popeyes or
it was Lee's. It's called Lee's Chicken.
Oh, hell, Waffle Houses went up. Waffle Houses went up. They got this breakfast called an All-Star. They've had for God, I don't know how many years.
Forever.
Hell, I went over and got one from my mom just the other day. That one little breakfast was $15.
Yeah,
I was like, holy. Yeah, I said, holy shit. When the fuck y'all? I said, when did it cost that much to cook eggs?
Well, look at Girl Scout cookies, dude. Now they're what? $5 and you get less in the bag.
They're $6 in some place, and I know when I left Washington, which was 2 years ago, they were $6 a box. Here, when I got here, the year I got here, so last year they were $4 a box. This year they went up to $5.
And you get less.
Well, so I noticed in the peanut butter ones, you still get 15 cookies, but they don't fit into the bins as easy, and they just fall all over the place because they're like, 2/3 of the size they used to be.
Those are the best eggs right
smaller.
I agree with that, Barbecue Mike. We're in the wrong damn business. No shit.
You want some cheap eggs, Salty? Here, get some chickens, man. Look at this. This is eggs.
I don't pay a lot for eggs anymore, but I do prefer.
You're right, Proline.
I just don't feel like raising chickens. It's just I don't have it in me. The dogs.
But I want to tell you something. Those fresh eggs like that are the best eggs, dude.
Hell yeah, they are.
So
damn right they are.
Just don't stick them in the fridge.
Yes, it's bad.
No, just leave them sitting out on the counter. They're fine. They'll last freaking ever.
Yes.
Well, I wouldn't say forever, but they last a lot longer than the ones.
They got a hell of a long shelf life, dude. You can leave them something sitting out 3 weeks.
Listen, they'll say they'll last on the counter up to 6 months.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they got a long ass shelf life.
So what I understand, a lot of times when you get eggs at the store, because of all the washing process and everything they do to them to clean them and all that, they have to refrigerate them, and they're already usually a couple months old by the time they get to the store.
Well, because I think Mike was getting ready to say it. Don't wash them.
Don't wash them.
That's it. Don't wash them.
Don't wash them.
But they have to wash them these days because you got all these damn These damn people these days. Oh, I can't buy an egg. I can't buy an egg. It's got a stain on it. I can't do this. Oh man, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Your mom and daddy used to give them to you all the time when you was a kid, asshole.
Listen,
you ain't dead yet.
When you get that egg and you're getting ready to cook it, rinse it off.
I gotta get online and look at my and I can only do it on my computer because I can't remember the password. I just realized that my payment, my mortgage payment went up $110.
Wow.
And that surprises you?
Why did it go up?
Why?
Taxes
this is 2024, dude. Everything's going up.
Taxes on this house, or I don't have to pay tax on this house because of my wife.
So the thing about it is that I will sell a barbecue sandwich for $3, but I will sell out really quick. The reason why is because you can't buy a damn good sandwich for $3.
Hell no, you can't.
I can make one for $3.
So
Not anymore. You can't even make one for $3 or for $3. You can't even make a good sandwich anymore for $3 because when you go to the store to buy the product, you're spending a hell of a lot more than $3 just to buy the damn products.
Okay, no, you're not listening. If I'm buying a bulk amount to like make my own barbecue and do my own smoking, I can bet I can make money off of selling sandwiches for $3.
Yeah,
not a lot of money. Not a lot.
Like that, you can.
Yeah, I won't make a lot of money, but I won't end up in the hole.
No, you make money, but it depends on how much bulk you're buying and how often.
Exactly, Gary. Exactly.
Exactly.
And I have to be able to buy. They have to sell. Buy, and the more seldom you buy it, you'll get better prices.
That's right. That's right.
Oh yeah, Scott's right. I ate peanut butter and jelly for lunch today, and my God, it was fantastic. I love peanut butter and jelly because I put butter. I put butter on my. I put butter on both sides of my bread before I put the peanut butter and jelly on it, and that just makes it so much better because it keeps the peanut butter from sticking to the roof of your mouth quite so bad.
Thank you.
I do the same thing.
I've been telling people peanut butter and butter sandwiches, and people think that I'm nuts, but that's
no, you're not nuts. That's
what you got to eat.
My stepdad taught me that when I was a kid, and I've done it. The only time I did it when I was so poor I couldn't afford butter.
Listen, Scott Keller, I'm going to tell you something. Anytime I go deer hunting, it costs me at least $500. So don't tell me deer meat's free.
Hell no, it's not free.
Not free. For one, I have to go sit out in the cold and kill a deer. And I got no problem killing the deer itself. It's being able to find that deer, being able to get on the land where the deer is, because around here you have to find the land you can actually go on.
Then you got to take the deer and drop it off, have the deer processed, and which that's going to cost too.
It doesn't have, what is that, CWD or whatever, the wasting disease? Because that's a problem around here now.
I go up in the UP, right?
Yeah.
By the time I buy my gas, my groceries, I'm out there for a week, so I got to buy groceries and everything. Got to buy my licenses. Got to buy my tags. Got to buy everything. Get everything ready to go. You're spending $500 right there.
Hey, and then you got to buy the spray.
Cost $500 a piece.
And then you got to buy the spray that you put on you and stuff like that, just to keep your body scent down, because the deer will smell your ass if you don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to shoot a deer so far away they're not going to smell me. Trust me.
Well, making this too complicated. So all you got to do, so pinks come down to my house. All you got to do is at nighttime open up a window and bam. That's it.
I would not do that from inside your house. I don't want to deafen everybody. My 308 is not quiet.
I'm going to tell you something, Mike. I would never go hungry at your house.
No.
Never.
No.
Hell no. Between all the deer and the chickens, I'm going to be good.
Deer and chicken?
And eggs. Wouldn't let me bring home turkeys. I tried to get turkeys today, she said.
Well, see, you ain't going to be killing the chickens. I am. So you're good.
The thing about turkeys, I mean, you get tired of eating them, for one thing.
Yeah.
You know, so if you got 1 or 2 turkeys and you raised them, then you butchered them and then froze them or whatever you're going to do, then that's one thing. But to have a herd of turkeys around there, dude, you'll have 1 million in your yard in no time.
Turkeys is way different than chicken, man. I can't eat as much turkey as I can chicken.
I
just can't.
I don't want to eat the turkeys. What I want the turkeys for is to eat the ticks. See,
fuck, I want to. If I raise a turkey, I want to eat the back.
Get a couple possum, you're good. They eat all the ticks.
Possum
and mosquitoes.
Yes. And
How
they
do you
can't
get a
disease.
possum?
Huh?
Go out there. When you see him, go out there and grab his ass by the tail.
Yeah, big
You,
teeth.
you can actually get possum. They sell them. I've been to stores that actually sell possum, pet stores that sell them.
Really?
Yeah. They years ago, those actually used to be a popular pet.
I ain't seen a store.
It was a
fucking
deglanded possum, just like you get a deglanded ferret or a deglanded skunk.
Listen,
They
possums.
were not cheap.
Listen, they're in your area. They're there.
Yeah, they're there. They're around.
Oh yeah, they're out there.
They're there.
What,
What?
Bama?
So you tell me you
Who's-
can't
who's the,
butcher your own damn deer?
Oh, it's easy to butcher a deer. You can butcher anything.
Yeah, you can butcher a
I
deer.
can't
But why would you?
butcher my own deer anymore? No.
I just killed a possum.
What do you mean? Why would I? Why would I?
I don't look here. I don't go hunting anyway. So as far as me butchering the deer, it's not going to happen. I don't go hunting.
Shit, I got a family farm. I got a family farm. I got about 150 nuisance permits. I just go up there, go bam, shoot a deer, take it home. I got 9 deer in my freezer right now.
Well, that's
Well,
good,
you know,
man.
not
You go
everybody has
hunting.
that.
I don't do that. I don't go hunting.
So you make deer chili. We
So,
need to talk. I need
I'm not
some deer
against
meat.
anybody going deer hunting. It's just something I've never had the patience, nor do I have the desire to sit in the fucking cold and freeze my balls
There you
off hunting a goddamn white-tailed deer.
Back porch
Fuck
and-
that. I ain't
Wait
doing
a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Aren't you the one that drove it automatic? So you don't have any balls.
Oh no, you got me wrong, brother. Not
I
me.
got it, Manuel.
Not me.
But,
How hold on. Mr. Riggs or Pigs or whatever your name. How old are you?
57. Almost 58.
Okay, well you got me by 3 years. I've been driving a truck just as fucking long as you have. So and I ain't been driving no fucking automatic.
He was talking about Boss Man.
Yeah, that's Boss Man that was driving the automatic, not me.
How do you know how long I've been driving a truck? I've been driving a semi truck since I was 18 years old in the U.S. Army.
I've been driving a truck ever since I was damn 18-year-old too, buddy.
And I
Hell,
got
beat the
3.5
hell out of a
million
kitty
miles.
cat last night, and she loved it.
Well, I got news for you guys. I've been shifting my stick since I was like 3.
I bet you was.
Hell, I've been shifting mine since I was 1. I just didn't realize what I was doing until I got old enough.
Hey, that brings me up a good joke. Why do guys go faster than girls?
Because we're in a hurry to get back to the recliner.
No, because we got 2 ball bearings and a stick shift.
Well, we got high gear.
But the thing about it is, and you know, William right here said it himself, deer hunting is work, and it is work.
Nah,
Anymore.
I don't go out and freeze my balls off. I got a heated shed with a propane heater, and I just stick my gun out the window and go bam. They walk right by the window.
Fuck that.
There you go.
Same thing. I did the same thing, but the thing about it is all you're prepping and everything, getting ready to go hunting.
What do you mean prep? I just go up to the family farm, go to the shed that's in the middle of a field, turn on the.
Well, everybody don't have a family farm there, brother. Everybody don't have a family farm.
Yeah, exactly what I said. Not everybody has a family farm and a shed with a heater in it and all that.
Yeah,
kind of
everybody
stuff.
don't have that.
Listen,
I'm glad.
And I
I'm
can't
glad.
go with a nuisance thing. I have to actually go get a tag and do it the legal way, or you get in
Oh,
shit
yeah,
ton of
yeah,
trouble
yeah, yeah.
here.
Well,
Gotta
I
do
do
it.
it the legal way too. I hit them with my semi too, and then I take them home, meet them for dinner. That's why I bought the brush guard. I've caught about 7 deer this year. I don't even have to go
Yeah.
hunting. I have
Not
to let
everybody
friends
has a
hunt.
semi either. So
me too, William. Me too. But I mean, seriously, I go up north. I had 40 acres up there. I don't have any more because I sold them, but I had 40 acres. My uncle had 80. And we had blinds on there and we had heaters and stuff like that. But still, we had to bait year round because we wasn't growing corn. We didn't have a farm. And it worked.
William, I can understand that because your wife's hands are so much smaller, right? That's the way I always thought about it anyway. Her hands are smaller, but so it looks bigger.
Yeah, I'll tell you though. I will say I'm glad that I'm lucky at that part when it comes to getting deer. I gross out my I gross out my neighbors when in the first cookout of the year. It's always deer and liver.
Fuck that. My cousins and all go deer hunting every year, and I just pay them to get me a deer.
I do remember
Simple
when
as
I was
that.
young, like between the ages of 6 and 9 years old, when my grandmother's neighbor would go hunt and he'd bring home a deer, and I would help him hang it in his tree and help him strip it and, and do everything to it to get it ready to butcher. And I never butchered it, but I'd help him cut the legs off and pull the hide off of it and gut it and, help him get it all drained and everything. And as a kid, I loved it. It was fun. It was fun. It wasn't even work to me back then. But
and that's the whole reason why I don't go deer hunting, because I did that one time to a deer, and I just don't have the stomach for it.
Look, man, I'm gonna tell you,
I just never had the stomach for it. It just turned my stomach too bad.
And go sit in the woods to kill something, it's going to be something smarter than a goddamn deer.
And when it comes to turkey, you're right. I can't eat turkey anymore. Every time I turn on the news every day and look at Joe Biden, and that's enough turkey for me for the year.
Well, like I said, I don't mind turkey, but turkey is one of those things. I can't speak for everyone. I just speak for myself. I can eat a hell of a lot more chicken than I can turkey.
Oh yeah, but
that's just me.
Is that when you get out into the woods and you're out there and you're out by yourself, you have time to think and relax and all that stuff, and you're prepared to kill something when it comes through there. That's the
shit. Not me. Not me, Gary. I'd sleep right through that. That's somebody come up here and eat my damn biscuit, and I'd go to sleep. I'd be asleep.
Hey,
I wouldn't even know it.
Hey, would you shoot that deer? Like, say somebody would get one open in the morning or whatever. Or if we all got one open in the morning, open morning.
Oh, I could eat deer meat every day. I love venison, but my
wife. Oh, I love deer meat too now.
My wife. Yeah, how much deer meat do you want? I'll tell you what. You pay the shipping, and I'll send you a whole deer.
Oh God!
See, I got deer in my freezer now. I got deer in my freezer now, but I'm the only one that eats it. My mom don't eat it, so there's no sense in me getting a bunch of deer.
If you've gone a long time without eating deer and you eat it, you'll get the shits.
You ain't bullshit.
I eat every day.
See,
yeah, but weird. You didn't hear what he just said. He said if you go a long time without eating deer, then once you do eat it again, you'll get the
I would say 99.9% of the meat I cook is deer. Deer or wild pig. I go wild boar hunting.
Oh, wild boar is great now. I love that stuff.
I go wild boar hunting. We got we had about 50 of them on our farm one year, and the state said they were going to come in and shoot all the pigs around on private property. I said, the hell you are. I said, there's no limit. They said, if you want to shoot every one of them pigs, you can eat them. Me, my uncle, and 3 of my cousins went up there and annihilated all 50 of them.
They're another nuisance thing. I mean,
they are a nuisance, and that's the reason why the state will come in and clean them out. They'll thin the herds out.
They were going to kill them. Man. They were going to kill them all and put them in the dump. I said, "Bull crap, man! You give us permission because you have to have. Even though they're wild and you're only allowed 3 or 4, is all." And my county, I went to the county legislator meeting. I said, "You give me permission, we'll take them all." Well, what are you going to do with them? What do you think I'm going to do with them? I'm going to eat the damn things. I ain't putting them in the dump.
Look,
yeah, the wild boar is so much better too.
What was that, Gary?
You got to understand a pig. If a farm pig gets out within 3 days, it's a wild boar.
Oh yeah,
you ain't lying.
It's crazy.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's how they got loose. There was another farm down the road. It was a pig farm. The elderly couple died, and no one knew it. And they had about 40 pig. I mean, not 40. I think it was like 10 pig, because those 10 or 12 pigs, whatever they had, got loose, and they spent the winter out. And forget it, man. They started multiplying like rabbits.
No, listen, pigs are the smartest animal. I'm telling you,
they are.
They get out there and in the woods, and they'll turn. Because first and foremost, a pig will eat anything.
Any damn thing.
They'll eat dead people.
Exactly.
They don't.
Oh yeah,
they'll eat live people. Don't give a damn if you're dead. You stay there long enough, and you let them bite on you. Them motherfuckers keep eating.
So I got a question for you guys. How good is goat's meat?
Oh, I like if it's been. I've had goat meat, but it's all been farm raised, and it's all been pretty good. But I've heard tell that a good goat is actually a wild goat. It tastes a little better, but it can be a little gamey depending on where it comes from.
But the thing about it is, I was always told to stay away from goat and eat lamb.
Well, see, that's something
I do prefer lamb. Lamb is
I've never ate goat, and I've only tried lamb once. And I didn't
but
like
I've had goat because you gotta. I've been to India and certain countries where goat is an acceptable form of meat, whereas beef is not. And they actually they farm it, and it's actually not too bad.
William said that goat meat's good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'll take lamb over goat.
Like I get deer meat like once every year or two, and it does not. Luckily for me, up until now, it has not given me the shits.
All righty then.
I'll send you a whole deer. I'll send you a 12-point buck.
I would love that if I had a place to put it. The only freezer I have in here is full, and it's the one under my refrigerator. I got rid of my chest freezer a couple of years ago.
The reason why deer meat or venison is so good is because it's grainy. That's why it's so good for you. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, it's so good.
That's what makes you shit. If you've gone a long time without eating it, it will make, and you eat a lot of it, you'll shit.
Like a motherfucker.
Maybe it's because
like a motherfucker.
I eat a lot of fibrous stuff constantly.
Okay.
To make sure that I stay regular. Like I like the fiber. I like to make sure
I had a neighbor that I cooked some every spring, the first cook out of the year, I put a whole deer roast on the grill and I barbecue it. I've got a neighbor down the street that actually comes up and almost vomits in my yard because I do it. I said, "What's wrong with it? You're cooking a deer." I said, "Do you eat meat at all?"
The same motherfucker. Do you eat a steak? Well, you eating a fucking cow.
She said, "But that's a wild animal." I said, "You know something? If you're hungry enough, you'll eat your dog."
That's right.
I wouldn't eat my dog. Actually,
I ain't gonna eat my dog.
I would actually die before I ate my own dog. Sorry,
Well,
that's just.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if it came down to living or dying, my dog would be dinner because I'd eat that motherfucker.
Well, see that.
Well, you wouldn't live long there, Salty. It's a small dog.
No, it's a small dog, but that's something to get me through one night at least.
Hey, let me tell you something, man. The Vietnamese, they love dog.
So
yeah, it's a delicacy over there.
Well, good for them.
I have had dog in China before because they do it in China too. But you got to remember those dogs are farm raised as food animals. They're not pets. They don't eat pets. In fact, they all have pets, but they don't eat them. They eat a specific breed that's bred for meat. And it's not the best tasting stuff, though. I've had it before. It's not that good. I didn't know it was dog before I had it. After I ate it, I was told, and it's really not that tasty. It's
I'm like you. If I ate dog, I didn't know I was eating dog.
They banned it, you know. They banned it starting in 20. One of the I can't remember which country. They actually are banning eating deer meat.
I gotta say it like this. They banned it. Okay, they banned it to the public outside of their countries. It is not banned there because
it was on the news that they are going to stop eating. They banned it effective, I think, 2025 or something like that. They actually are going to stop eating it.
I bet you anything they don't because they're banning it so that the world won't look poorly upon them.
Yeah, fake news.
Horse meat. Okay, William, Proline. I had, and this was years back in Japan. I was given this meat to try at a sushi restaurant by our agent there, who's a real nice guy, and he was buying the stuff, and we ate it, and it was delicious. It was a red meat, and it was mostly raw. It was horse meat, some of the best meat I've ever had. So I'm sorry, I love horses too. I do love horses. So I felt a little bad, but I asked for more until I heard what the price was. Then I didn't want any more.
It would be like banning beef here. No, you're exactly right, William.
It would be. It'd be like banning beef here, and it's not going to happen. Because they can raise dogs and sell it easily, and it's cheaper than raising beef, and doesn't have as much. And it actually doesn't have as much environmental impact.
But listen,
no, I imagine it would taste like shit though, because every dog eats shit.
If anything, eat rabbit.
Oh, I love rabbit.
Rabbit's awesome. Hey Gary, I'm gonna mute for a few minutes. I gotta take my dog out in the pour now and let her use the bathroom.
You can grow rabbits. You can mate rabbits and everything else. Just don't name them.
Oh, I don't name rabbits when I'm gonna have them for food. So
then
my bosses, the owner of my company's son, and one of the other guys, they went and shot a couple of rabbits or a bunch of rabbits and cooked them all. And they had a bunch of rabbits and they cooked them like 5 different ways, right? And they came in talking about it. Our receptionist at work owns rabbits as pets. She has the pet rabbits, and I'm like, that's not a rabbit I'd eat anyway. It's the wrong kind of rabbit. And she can't differentiate between the two things. Wild rabbit and her rabbits, they're all the same to her. I'm like, no, they're not, and they're delicious. Just so you know.
I ate my neighbor's my next door neighbor's rabbit. I had a garden one year, and she used to bring the rabbit out my backyard and let the rabbit loose and gorge on my vegetable garden.
Then I would kill that rabbit and eat it myself. I agree with you there.
So Bama, what were you trying to say?
I was just thinking this is went to the dogs, the deers, and the shit.
Hold on.
That was about it. I'm just enjoying myself.
But the thing about it is, I mean, really, yeah, you know, I mean, if you've never hunted and ate wild game before, you just don't know. You don't get it.
Yeah, I love deer summer sausage. Oh my God.
Oh.
Just give me a knife, a cracker, and cheese.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep, my neighbor let her they used to let her rabbit in my garden. I caught one day, I came out, I told her to stop. She wouldn't stop. I finally said, you know, your rabbit's going to disappear if you don't stop. She wouldn't stop. I went out there in the yard, I walked right up to it in the garden. It was gorging on a head of lettuce. I took that thing and grabbed it, put it in a cage, went out to and got a grill and cooked it and pulled out a grill right next to the garden and skinned it and ate it right and cooked it right in front of her.
I wouldn't do it right in front of her. That's kind of mean, but I'd eat it.
Yeah, that's kind of torture.
I get those rabbits, I'd pull them out of the cage, those meat rabbits, I'd pull them out of the cage and snap their neck.
But it sounds to me like your neighbor's the type that didn't know the time, so.
Because their necks break easy, dude. I mean, really easy.
On what?
On a rabbit?
Yeah, I've never killed a rabbit by the neck. I've shot them, but I've never killed one.
Grab it by the head.
Chicken. So just like a chicken, then.
Yep.
Do the chicken whip. It's what my grandma called it. Was the chicken whip.
I understand what you're saying, not eating in front of her, but she was warned 3 times to keep that damn rabbit off my garden.
But see, I could see you could do that in front of her because she's the type that probably didn't own a gun.
She never did again. Nope.
I bet not. Especially with that rabbit. Did you give her the bones back at least?
What?
Oh no, yeah, I gave her the bones. I actually did give her the bones back, and then she called the cops while I was cooking it. The cops came over and asked the situation, and I said, "Here, I even got video. I got cameras all over her rabbit. She let it loose deliberately to eat in my garden, and then they went and asked her, "Did you do that?" Well, yes, because it's fresh vegetables. The man's growing the vegetables to eat for himself.
You know how hard it is to grow vegetables without weeds taking over? How much work that is?
Yeah, I do it every year, buddy. So I know.
I used to. I don't do it anymore. My yard wouldn't support it that I have now, and I just don't have the time for it like I used to.
Well, I do it every year. I got a huge yard. I had to go buy a new mower. Matter of fact, I pick it up tomorrow. I can't do
that. So my grass is starting to grow like really crazy right now. I won't be able to mow it until summer hits and it gets dry for like 2 weeks of 80+ degree weather, because until then, even my push mower will sink into the ground.
Me too, William. Me too.
2 legs.
Nice. Yep. They I mean, but yeah, that I have some weird neighbors. Like I got the one neighbor next to me died, and his son took over the house. He's got his son likes to ride dirt bikes through our backyard. He came around my shed with a mini bike and a little like those Tractor Supply Coleman mini bikes.
Yeah.
And I pushed him off it while he came around the shed and knocked him outside. He ran into his house, called the cops. Cops asked me what happened. I said he was right there. His dirt bike still laying. There's the ruts all over my yard. Well, he didn't have a right to push me off. It's sure he did.
Yeah, he did. It's his land. Now, mind you, it would have been my yard, and if the kids had asked me and I set up a trail for them, I'd be like, yeah, fine, ride through there, but don't ride anywhere else. If you do, I will confiscate everything you own. It comes onto my property. And then you got some bad parents around you. That's what you got.
Well, he's a grown man.
You're in what, New York area?
Yep.
Yeah,
Probably
okay.
Democrats.
He's a grown man, but
Democrats. There's Republican idiots too.
hey,
You said New York. That was enough. That's all you needed to
put
know.
it this way. I'll give you an example how stupid it is. We had a school teacher in my local district. He had 37 years in the district. Okay, it's all over the news up here, anyways. A 7-year-old kid, mind you, 7 years old. What, first grade? He's a biological boy, and I bet you can guess what happened. Biological boy. He says, I identify as a girl. He tried to use the girl's bathroom, and the teacher point blank said to him, "You're unless you got a birth certificate that says you're a girl, you're using the boys' room." And he says, I'm not. And so he made him use the boys' bathroom. He said, "You want?" Right? They gave him a choice: either get sued by the parents who are encouraging him to be a girl, or take an early retirement. Not an early, but it's like 2 years early. And so he took his retirement. Now the parents are still trying to sue him, and he made a public statement at the school board meeting, and he said, "If I already took an early retirement. If those parents," he told the parents right at the school board meeting, "if you sue me," and they're going after his house. These people don't even own a house; they live in an apartment. He told the parents at the school board meeting, "If you sue me, you win. They say I gotta give you my house. I'll burn it to the ground.
I'll burn it down. Burn it to the goddamn ground." I think I saw something about that.
He said, "I'll burn it to the ground." He says, "It's my He says, "I don't care what you say. Your son is not a woman."
Which one we losing now, William?
Oh no, which one?
Who we losing?
Racetrack or drag track? I mean, they're all racetracks, but still.
Probably another drag strip.
God, they're going like fucking hotcakes anymore. And
well,
hotcakes don't even go that fast anymore.
It's a liability.
No, it ain't got nothing to do with the liability. It's got nothing to do with liability. It's got something to do with the people moving in the area don't want to hear the noise no more. So now they're going to the damn city and they want the damn racetrack.
They're threatening to sue the city if they don't close them down.
Yeah, but it's got nothing to do with liability though. You're looking at it the wrong way. It's got nothing to do with all with liability.
It's
got something to do with noise ordinance.
People who move where they know there's a track and they complain about it.
Yep.
I personally think they just need to die in a fire.
Most of these tracks are kind of in the rural areas, and people's going out there and they're building $1 million homes out there.
Yep.
And they don't want to hear the drag racing.
That's right. It's a noise ordinance at that point. It ain't got nothing to do with damn liability.
Which track is Thompson? I don't know that one by name.
Oh shit.
God damn. I know I had a Sprite somewhere. Where'd some bitch at?
Oh, the owner's sick or something. Okay.
Well, I had a goddamn Sprite somewhere. That somebody disappeared.
Oh, I
That's what I asked you, do it.
You ever heard of Watkins Glen International?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I know Watkins Glen.
It ain't going nowhere. It's on a NASCAR circuit. Long as NASCAR's got something to do with it, it ain't going nowhere.
I hate to tell you something. They're already threatening to close it down because of noise.
Yep.
They've been trying to close that track down for years. It ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
As long as you got that machine called NASCAR behind it, it ain't going nowhere.
They're also trying to close. They're suing another group of homeowners, and somebody backing them are suing Laguna Seca again.
Why?
The track that was built so far away from fucking everything, and then people moved houses in near it, and I mean Laguna Seca already has like a 90 decibel limit. And that's ridiculous for a goddamn racetrack.
That's what happened to California Speedway.
But again, these people are building these $1 million homes out there, and they got money, and they can push the issue.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. East Dragway 42. Okay.
It's all about noise
The owner's
ordinance.
sick. Somebody, oh God, it's things like that where I need to see somebody just buy it before it goes away. And it's not one I've ever raced at or one I probably ever will race at. But oh my God, I was so happy that the one here. So when I moved here, I found out that the drag strip near my house is closed. The 256 dragway. It's been closed it closed the year I moved here, which is fine because I guess it was in really bad shape. Huntsville Dragway closed that year, but it's going to be open again this year because it got bought by a different company and they put a lot of money into it, and it's IHRA now, and it's going to be open back up. So Jake's, which had a great year last year, won't probably have as good a year this year because Huntsville's open again. And but Jake's has been doing great because it was bought by somebody who really loves racing. He's put a lot of money into it. Even this year, they bought new timing equipment. They didn't get new boards, but they got brand new timing equipment. They got it hooked up now. They actually ran a race last night, which I kind of wanted to go to, but I was a little too tired because I just wanted to go race or a video. But I ended up not because I didn't feel good. But they were running some testing tune last night. And they got new lights and PA systems out in the parking area for the pits, so now people can hear and see at night, and that's kind of nice. I mean, he's putting a lot of money into this. They're talking about eventually repaving the entire track, paving more of the pit area so it doesn't flood so badly. You know, it doesn't become swampy mud when it rains. But you know, it's not going to happen unless people keep going there. So I'm gonna try and be there as much as I can this year, with or without my car.
People got to learn on these racetracks and that they got to just learn to say the hell with them because I'll give you a good. My town just made started a new band starting in this summer. No more gas powered lawnmowers. They said they want us all battery.
Oh, I heard that.
That's the way it is in California right now, dude.
Yep. California went that way. 2 strokes for the first.
Well, no, it's just my town, and the town sent me a notice, sent everybody a notice that we have to get rid of our gas lawnmower.
And I told them to fuck off.
I went out and just bought a brand new battery, gas powered zero turn, and I took a picture of it. I'm picking it up tomorrow. I took a picture of it, sent to the town supervisor. I said, "Here's my address. Come and try to take it." I just paid $4,500 for it, and I will say my push mower is electric, and only because it was a good deal, and the damn thing works great. But my zero turn is not. It is definitely gas powered, and it will remain that way. Yeah, but I mean, like, I don't know how big your yard is, but my yard, I'll give you yeah, well, my yard is it's kind of odd. I got houses next to me 50 feet away, but all the back lawns are mine. So I own my yard itself in the back is 500 feet wide, and at the deepest point, it's 600 feet deep. I own all the land behind my house. I could build 10 houses behind my house.
So in other words, how many acres do you have?
About 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I have half an acre, and that includes where my house sits. And unfortunately, the edge of my garage is my lot line. My neighbor's pretty cool though. She's okay. She has a nice zero turn too that's gas powered. She loves riding it around. She's at charge there, so.
But now realistically though, you could mow your lawn with a zero turn battery powered mower.
I could, yes, but I'm not going.
But yeah, hold on a second, guys. I gotta answer this real quick. So
making Mustangs great again.
Howdy. Making Mustangs. Hey, what's going on, buddy? It's Fortec.
Hey, Fortec.
What's up, Fortec? What's up, Bearded Wonder? What's going on, buddy?
And T-Pat.
So anyhow, William, right here. I love street racing, laughing my butt off. we spent many nights till dawn. From dawn all night long till almost daylight to racing.
I used to love street racing, but it's gotten so dangerous now, and so many bad actors out there that it's just dangerous to do anymore.
Well, people get stupid.
Yeah,
too many spectators. Too many spectators is the problem.
Like in Washington, it was too many spectators, too many people around, and then people bringing guns out and starting to shoot at people because they lost. And I'm like, that's not what you do. That's not the way it's supposed to work.
In the middle of Detroit, dude, we've seen people get shot out there because people owe them money that they lost.
Exactly. And that's ridiculous. Yeah. So I enjoy street racing, and I don't hate it. I don't have anything against it. I've done it many times. I just it's dangerous to do now in certain places. It really is. And that's why I now keep everything to the track. I quit street racing like 3 years ago, and I said I was done doing it because of people almost getting in accidents, and and then they started those takeover bullshits, and it just made it worse for the whole car scene.
It just costs too much now to get caught. If you get caught street racing in certain states, like my state, you get caught street racing in my state, in certain counties, dude, you will not get your vehicle back. That bitch is gone for good.
Cruises are great. I do love those. A good spirited cruise is awesome, especially.
I need my driver's license till a CDL driver drives street racing would be a good thing.
Here in the state of Michigan, if you get caught street racing, it's a felony.
Oh, it is in a lot of places. It's a felony.
Well, there's a good reason to it. People have gotten killed doing it, So.
Well, people have always gotten killed doing it. That's never going to change. That's always happened since day one.
People get killed on the track.
That's right, Gary.
People get killed on the track too.
I mean, people know what they sign up for. You know what I mean? You're doing something dangerous. I mean, that's a chance you take.
It's the innocent people that's driving down the road that's not street racing that get killed.
Exactly. That and the damn 5 million spectators that's standing around with their damn phones out, filming all this shit, standing right on the edge of the road like they think this car can never possibly lose control. Like, dumbass, step back about 25 or 30 feet so you can get the hell out of the way if something happens.
I don't know about you guys, but I love watching the videos where they're doing the spin outs and you see someone get hit and kind of shot through the air. I find that.
Oh yeah, I think that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Personally, because they're doing it illegally and ruining the car scene for everybody. And I'm so happy they get hurt.
Well, because here's the thing that I find funny is that, or maybe interesting is a better term. You see these people get hit, they fly like 20 feet, and then they get up and walk it off, and I'm like, damn, you just got ran over.
Oh no,
exactly.
They might walk it off right then. That doesn't tell you what happened later when they ended up in the hospital because of how much their injuries actually hurt them. But adrenaline at the time kept them walking.
But these people, I tell people all the time, you got to start fighting the government. I mean, come on. It's like I install flagpoles.
No, it's the government though. It's idiot people.
Dude, you're not going to win against the damn regime that we have in there right now. I don't give a shit how much you fight them.
No, I'm talking.
You ain't got enough
even
money.
Local government. I'm talking like even local government. Like I put up flagpoles for free, and I'll put a 25-foot flagpole in front of your house if you're in my town for free. I supply the pole, the cement, and all.
Oh,
and
man, I wish you lived here because I could use one, but they're expensive.
No, they ain't. Harbor Freight, $65, a 60-foot, a 25-foot telescoping pole.
Really? That'll stand up to the winds around here?
I got one in front of my house, buddy. Mach 1 seen it. I've had it on different live streams. I've shown it.
I'm asking though, that will stand up to the winds that we get here.
My uncle lives on Meriden Road, a road called Meriden Road. It's up on top of a hill. He gets winds up there at 150 miles an hour in the wintertime.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And his house is still standing?
Yep. And that
from badass Bill House.
About the damn flagpole.
Well, he's got trees up, but that flagpole has been up there 7 years from Harbor Freight, and it's never missed a beat.
Oh yeah, but the one they sell now can't be as good as the one they sold.
Oh yes, it is. Look up someone needs to look up. Put a picture of it. Harbor Freight sells 100. It's like 130 or 140 mile wind resistant flagpole. It's telescoping. It's less than $70, brand new.
I didn't know they had one. I've never seen it in their store.
It's in every. I buy them right in the store. They're less than $70.
I've never seen it. Probably don't go down that aisle.
Is that 130 mile an hour with the flag or without the flag?
With the flag.
So
my trailer and garage and all left is 160. That's only 30 something miles an hour.
I was going to say, I guarantee you, Bama would have lost his pole too.
I see this one. It's
the only thing I'll tell you about those poles, they're telescopic, and what happens is if you put them up and you don't twist them, they're kind of chintzy that way. What happens is they come unscrewed and they drop. So I drill a hole in them and I put a Jesus clip in it just to keep a big Jesus clip to keep it from loosening.
Okay. But I see the one they have that I can see is a 20 foot. They don't have anything bigger than that.
Yeah, they go up and down. Sometimes they have 25, sometimes they have 20. But you cement them things in the ground, you dig a hole.
Yeah, definitely.
And then you build a base around, and you make a cement base around it. That pole will
but
withstand.
I was looking. It wasn't that long ago. It was like last year. I was looking to put a pole up in my yard, and I found a great one that I loved. But it was like $300 freaking. Now it was a really nice, solid one-piece pole that was probably a good 25 feet high out of the ground. It was like the one you see in front of like the courthouse or in front of the school. It was a nice one, but they were.
I like the idea of the telescopic poles, though.
I do too. I'm going to look into that. I'll have to.
Hell yeah!
But when you do it, but I will tell you this: if you decide to buy that pole, what I would suggest doing is you crank it all the way up and buy one of those. Drill a hole all the way through each section and put one of those, like a Jesus clipper, those like cinch pins they use on tractors.
I'll put it.
Well, I tell you what. I got one after we cleaned up from the storm. I forgot I had it in the tree line. Well, of course, I got the tree line left. But wait a minute, it's 75 feet tall, and anybody wants it, please come get the sumbitch.
There you go.
It's telescopic. You can come get it. I don't care what you bring, but you can have the motherfucker.
But
the storm took everything else. You might as well get the fucking pole too.
The reason why
the fucking pole.
The reason why I use the clips to go all the way through it, because if you use self-tapping screws, which a lot of guys tried, what happens is as the wind blows, the self-tapping screws come out and it drops anyway.
Yeah, they'll just work their damn way loose.
Like large stainless steel bolt all the way through with a nut and nut and washer on it. I like the idea of the Jesus clip because that's simple. You use those on trailers anyway. Yeah, that's simple. I have plenty of those too.
Bama, is that with the flag or without the flag?
You got to get the pole because
I got plenty of flags. But
you know what's funny though? Harbor Freight sells a knit flag. That's actually made.
Flag.
They sell a knit flag made in this country for less than $20. That's wind resistant.
I know what. Now answer your question there, Bama, that you were asking.
What's that?
Is that with the flag or without the flag?
Well, if you want the flag, I will buy it. But now the pole, all the way down, I think is 35 feet long.
Oh shit! I got nothing.
I thought you just said it was 30. I thought you just said it was 75 feet.
I think it's 75 feet all the way out.
Extended.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When it's fully extended. Okay, I got you. I got you.
But it's not extended, but it's laying right there. If you want it, you come get it. I'll buy the flag and put it on
the end of it.
No, because I never did put it up. A guy.
That's the one I just looked up
for nothing, and I never put it up.
Yes, that's an awesome bowl.
That one, and they have one at Russellville.
Guys, see this?
Closest to me.
What's that, Gary?
Yep.
Can you see this?
Yep, 20-foot telescopic flagpole kit for $89. So $90.
There you go. That ain't bad at all.
They have one at the store closest to me. I knew they had it. I knew they had the flags because I have one of their flags.
And you can get mine for $20. Which one you want?
I thought you just said everybody could have it. See, you damn Jew. Now you're trying to raise the damn price.
See, here's the thing,
you just said everybody can have it for free. They come get it. Now you're trying to charge them for it.
Okay, you can have it.
I'm walking down the street. I'm
you are a true redneck, Bama.
I can show you 3 of them right in a row on my street that I put up.
But they told you I need the money, bitch.
Well, hell, you just said everybody can have it free, and then now you say, "Oh, you could have it for $20." I'm like, "Damn, you didn't give her."
Isn't that what little boy Blue said? He needed the money.
Yeah,
You needed the money. So
you can call me little redneck needs the money. How's that?
he needed the money.
I just got to give you shit, fucker.
Here you go. Here's one I put in front of my neighbor's house 2 years ago. Well, it's as tall as the house. It's one of those telescopic.
You can't really see it well in the dark, but yeah, I get it.
There's a light. There's the light, and there's the pole with the flag blowing in the wind.
Oh, there we are. I see it now.
I don't know if you remember back in the day when you could. The reason I got that pole because you could put the antenna on top of that son of a bitch.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
See?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And there's the base.
Yeah.
Back in the 90s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, get better TV
Take
reception.
about 3 bags of concrete.
Y'all remember the
I used
rotators for
to-
the antennas?
What I do is I take the it comes with a plastic sleeve. I put I dig the hole and put the flat plastic sleeve so it's about 3 inches above the ground.
Yeah.
And then I pour the cement. I put 2 cinder blocks in the ground with rebar. You know what I mean? X pattern.
Yeah, I know.
And,
what you're saying.
See, there's my flagpole. It's as tall as my house, way up in the air.
See, I want one taller. See, that's the thing is, I'm probably going to want one taller than 20 feet.
You got a light on it, don't you?
Well, buy 2 of them and stick some bitch together.
Don't you have a light on that flag?
Right there.
I would definitely have a light on my flag.
Okay, I'm making sure because my Uncle Earl would freak out.
Well, if I didn't have a light up on
Maybe
there,
that's the reason why I'm fucking still single. I don't have a light on my pole.
Well, you ain't got a pole, bitch.
Oh, you're right. I ain't got a pole. I got a nub.
But anyways, believe it or not, that 20 foot is actually tall. It's taller than it seems. But I put I dig a hole. I put 2 cinder blocks in the ground, X pattern. You know what I mean? And then put rebar in the 2 openings. And then
What's going on, brother?
I leave it about 3 inches above the ground.
Frank.
So, and then when I put it in then after I put it in the ground, I level it up. I take 4 pieces of wood and go right and make and pour a square block above the ground so it's a base. Hell, you can do any pattern you want.
So basically, I'd probably, knowing me, I'd do a square just for ease of clean mowing.
Yeah, we can get concrete for free because we know Mike's garage has got plenty of it left over.
But that's what I do. I do it. I do that. I take a 2x4 and make a square block so it's above the ground, and then I just backfill it with mortar mix, and then by then the plastic pipe that comes with it is usually about 3 inches above the ground. So when you're done, you got maybe a half an inch of concrete above the concrete block. You know, a half inch of that PVC piping above the block.
Yeah.
And then when it dries, you put the reason why I leave about a half an inch of PVC sticking above the concrete.
You can run a pin through it.
Exactly. So I drill right through that PVC where it comes above and put a cinch pin in there. That way, because I've had it happen, that way the pole won't be pulled out of the ground by the wind. Won't be pulled out, but that base won't go anywhere.
Right. And if something happens to the pole, you can replace it easily.
Exactly.
Without having to dig the concrete out.
Exactly.
I know how to do that. I've done that before.
But what I'm saying, that pole at Harbor Freight, my uncle gets about on top of that hill he lives on. He's right on top of a mountain. You can look down a valley. He gets anywhere from, and like last week he had 110-mile wind up there on top of that hill, and that pole did not move, bend, or anything.
I know my luck. I'll put a pole up, and it'll be great, and then I'll get hit by a goddamn tornado.
Yeah.
Well, but that's what's nice about the telescoping pole. That's why the cinch pins are nice. You take the Jesus clips are nice. You take out the Jesus clips, you twist it, drop it down, you take the pole and all into the house.
When you're
Well, why don't you
what are you calling a Jesus clip though? Because are you calling is that a what do you call them? Not a carabiner, but a
It's almost like a hood pin, but it's just what it is. The pin.
Yeah, it's like a hidden pin. It's bigger.
Yeah, it's almost like a hood pin. It's a pin.
I can't think of the name right now.
And it's shaped like a damn
They
U.
sell them at Tractor Supply. There's one that's got
the
one that there's another one that's got there's another style. It's got a long pin on it, and it's got a square bar that goes over to a square pin, like it looks like a coat hanger bent over, but it comes over and clicks on.
Oh, I have those. That's what I use on the back of my trailer to hold one side of my.
Yeah, that's what I was telling you a while ago. Okay. It's the same pin used on the back of a trailer.
I know. Yeah, so it's the locking pins.
Won't you just put a hinge on it? When the wind comes, you can just sit there and pull the pin out and lay it down.
But no, this is telescoping. You twist it and it drops.
I'm just saying that's what we done for a buddy one time. We just put a hinge on it. You pull the pin out. You pull the telescope down and just lay it down till the storm's gone. And you put it back up, not with the flag on it.
But the nice thing about this, even when it's dropped all the way to the ground, there's no rope to tangle, but even when it's dropped all the way to the ground, the rope ain't touching the ground.
And the flag, you mean?
Yeah, the flag ain't touching the ground.
Yeah.
It can be all the way down and it won't touch the flag. It won't touch the ground. But that's why I suggest going on by doing it. But I'm telling you, that Harbor Freight pole, I've put in in the last 3 years, I probably put up 75 of them in the last 3 years. And
I'm going to trust you on this one, and I'm going to go check one out tomorrow.
Oh, hell.
You'll be impressed out there. It's 3 inches at the bottom, or 3.5 at the bottom, and at top it's 2 inches.
Hey,
Frank,
good.
I'm safe.
Hey, hang on a second, guys. Frank, I appreciate you coming in, brother. You have a great night.
Yes, sir. Take it easy there, Frank. Yeah, we probably need to change subject. Hell, been talking about a flagpole for 25 minutes.
Well, this is my question on it.
You guys know how I feel about chat, because that's one important part of this stream too.
Yep.
When people
What's up, Junker Clunkers? How you doing, buddy?
I got one of the biggest questions from Mike's Garage.
All right. Well, can I ask my question first?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Yes.
All right.
Go ahead.
So we've been talking about polls all this time. So, Bama, how are you not excited? And Salty, how are you not jealous?
Hey, Mike, kiss my ass.
Yeah.
The reason why I'm not excited is because I'm a professional male hooker, so I get it all the time, so I don't have to worry about being jealous.
Okay, that's one thing there, Mr. Briggs. It's one thing talking about flagpoles and this and that, but there's not a lady in here that wants that's going to pay you to have sex.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I don't pay them.
I don't care.
I don't pay them. I don't pay them. I'm such a good lover. They just love me.
Yeah. In other words, they don't pay him, Gary. He pays them.
Hey,
no, I don't pay them either.
Because the shit's getting big now.
Yeah.
Hey,
shit, that's why I just took my shoes off.
Make sure you bring that pole from Harbor Freight. It's the only way you're going to satisfy them.
Yeah. Leave me alone.
Yeah. Remember, it's telescoping.
Hey, you know something? Don't pick on the man, because I look at it this way: beer makes all women good.
Enough for beer.
Goggles.
You better put a couple shots of whiskey in it with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Hold on. My question, Mike.
Yes, sir.
You got all that concrete left? I need some.
Okay.
Are you trying to make a pair of cement galoshes for somebody?
You need to finish up the.
No, I don't know you that well.
I got
No.
about 14 bags. I'm gonna probably use them to make like a fire pit area.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. So I talked to the wifey. She likes that idea.
How much more have you got done on that new chicken coop?
So we just bought the roof panels today. I got blemished ones, and it will cover the whole roof. And I spent $240.
There you go.
So
are these metal?
Metal, and they're black.
Okay, cool. So but you have all the walls built now?
Yeah, the walls are all stood. We just got to put the roof on, which we'll do Sunday.
Cool.
I'm still waiting on Bama to spill the beans.
I'm also ready to see inside the shop.
Well, he ain't gonna do that.
He will after he's got things done, because he's got surprises for us apparently.
Like I said, I'm just waiting on Bama to spill the beans.
What was the beans?
Motherfucker, what you told me yesterday about your shop.
Oh, yeah. We're just going to extend it 6 feet on 3 corners. 3 sides.
That's why you need the concrete, but you're going to need way more than what Mike's got.
Yeah. Well, I figured if he wasn't going to use it, I could take it. But I know one thing.
I know you have to fix what, 3 or all 4 of your corners need to be fixed?
No, but they can be done that way.
I got a question for Epto rebuilt Dodge engine.
What's that?
Ford?
I got it. I bought a couple years ago. I got a 71 Ford F100 pickup truck with the 300 straight 6 and the 3 on the tree. I found the 3 on the tree transmission, but I hate carburetor. Can I take the intake manifold off a modern like a 95 or 96 straight 6 and bolt it to that 71 straight 6 and convert it?
I believe so.
Now that I could not tell you, buddy, because the mad scientist is not here.
Right about that.
Because in our junkyard, they have a blown 300 straight 6 with the wiring harness, computer, the intake manifold, the exhaust manifold, everything just sitting there. I want to know if that'll bolt on so I can use the modern fuel injection system on that.
You should be able to. You should be able to. I don't think the cams were much different, were they?
No.
How would you get the?
It's just a spread. It's just a spread between.
The only difference is it's the one's a 96 with a 4-speed on it, and this is a 3-speed. Will I have to have the computer changed though?
Oh, the computer. I don't think that computer back then really cared about the transmission, especially if it's a manual.
But the thing, like right here, like William right here says, make sure you get all the sensors and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The whole truck's there. It blew up. It's got like 400,000 miles on it, and it blew up. But it looks identical. The only thing that looks different is the alternator. The alternator's got an extra wire. Mine's a 71, and the one in the junkyard's a 96.
Yeah, but does yours have the original engine in it?
Yes.
So, Gary, question for you. I don't know when Chrysler and Dodge started using PATs, but does the 96 have PATs on it?
Yes.
Have what?
PATs.
PATs. PATS.
So that means he's going to need the key. He's going to need to have the computer.
If you're just doing the engine harness, you don't have to have the PAT system.
No.
Because I hate carburetors. I like modern fuel injection.
He's switching everything over to the harness and everything.
The PAT system isn't always like fully enveloped into the ECM, so you can actually separate the two. You can rip the PATs out of a newer car.
What year's the truck again? A 94?
96.
96.
96? They didn't have the PATs in those Ford pickups.
I had a 97 that didn't have it.
No, he said Ford. I thought he was talking Dodge.
No.
Dodge? I don't know.
No, he said fucked up. He said fucked over rebuilt Dodge.
Fucked over rebuilt Dodge.
Never mind then. Okay, sorry.
He meant Ford.
Okay. I heard Dodge. That's
but see the PAT system. When did the PAT system get started? That it was in the early 2000s. I know.
All I know is they told me that's one of the last years they put the straight 6 in.
Yeah, but I don't think they started that PAT system before like 99.
Yeah.
It was in,
I had 97. It didn't have it.
But I need the exhaust manifold, the catalytic converter, and all that stuff too, right?
What's you doing?
No.
Or can I run it without a cat?
You don't need a cat.
Fuck a cat.
Fuck a cat.
But make sure, thing of it is that once you put that on there, you're going to have the oxygen sensors and everything.
Yeah, that's why I was good. Grab the exhaust manifold because the Y pipe, all the piping and everything has them already in it.
Yeah, but you wouldn't need a catalytic converter, no.
So depending on the vehicle, Ford started to put PATs in them in 96.
Yeah, they did. So they did do it in 96. I thought so. But I know in the 2002 they had it.
Did they put it in the cars or the trucks? Because my 97 Bronco didn't have a PAT system in it.
I know. Well, that's what I said. They started coming out then. Not everything.
But the block is the same though, right? The block is basically the same.
Yeah, it's basically the same.
Because I know that I know the fuel injection will give me better gas mileage and more power.
No, I don't believe that bullshit.
So right now, in my corral of cars, my new Edge and the 13 truck I just bought are the only thing that has cats on it.
Let me tell you what. I got a 68 with a 302 in it from an 88 Mustang, converted over to a carburetor, and I guarantee you, I got great gas miles on that damn truck. I could drive it for almost 2 weeks to work 15 miles one way. No problem.
But around here, carburetors suck, and I'm in the Northeast. Yeah. Carburetors suck, especially in the wintertime.
Apparently, sir, you cannot work on carburetors.
I hate carburetors.
With the carburetor, if you got four...
Hey, he's only speaking the truth, shit.
Yeah, I've already been there, so I've already been there. If you can work on a carburetor, I guarantee you can tune it, and it will do just as good, if not way better.
I agree with them. I agree with Bama. So if you have a 4-barrel carburetor, you can put in smaller jets in the primaries and go a little bit fatter in your secondaries. So that way, when you stand on it, it will still go. It might bog a little bit if the accelerator pump isn't big enough. But with smaller primary jets, you are going to get better gas mileage.
I like a car. I can put a key in, turn it, and hit the gas and go. There's warming up bullshit with carburetors and that. I'm in I've had a few carburetor engines up here. You start them in January. If you don't let them warm up, and you hit them too fast, the choke closes, and it floods out. Screw it.
Well, you know why? You know why? Because whoever's working on your carburetor didn't set the choke right. That's why.
They
didn't know how to set the choke. That's why. They always set them too down.
There you go, Gary. Gary said
carburetors wash cylinders. I hate carburetors.
With your carburetor, you've got your choke that you could actually adjust it. So basically,
it's got a manual choke on it now. It's got a manual choke. You open it up when it starts. You open the choke. I hate that thing still. I want fuel injection.
I love manual chokes.
I love manual chokes. I'd rather have a manual.
All I know is when I start that truck in January, I have to let it warm up for 15, 20 minutes before it'll friggin' move. In July,
whoever works on it, fire.
I don't care if it's manual, power, or it's exhaust heated. If you don't set that choke right, it's never going to run right.
That's right.
But in July, I pull the choke and it fires right up.
Hey, shut up a minute and I'll explain to you what's going on. You're not setting that choke right. That's the whole thing right there. And then if you got a manual choke on it, you easily put it back out there. You just don't push it in. You see what I'm saying? Open it up.
Oh yeah, I know that.
Do it. But the thing about
never liked
you're not setting that. You're not clocking that right. Once you start clocking it and get it right, that carburetor won't give you any hassle at all.
Agreed. And if it's manual, you don't have to go all the way back in as it's warming up. You could push it in a little bit and just get it
a little at a time. That's all you got.
Yeah, but you still gotta let it warm up.
Nah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. As it's warming up, you push it in a little at a time. The truck, you'll tell the difference, and it's running. It'll run smoother and smoother and smoother.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, you just don't pull it all the way out to crank it. When it cranks, you don't push it all the way in.
It's like making love to a woman, man.
Yeah, man.
Here we go.
I just, sorry, Mr. Bachman, I still like my fuel injection. I get
it. But the thing about it is that these guys are trying to explain to you how they work it until you get fuel injection on it, and you won't shut up long enough to listen to them.
No, I know what they're saying, but I'm saying that I want to make sure we do it because I plan on going up and ripping the stuff off the thing.
What's going on,
the thing that I like about
damn right, Proline, 100% agree.
A lot more than fuel injection is with the carburetor. If you do modifications to the engine, you can just rejet the carburetor. You can make some passes. You're good. You can do everything yourself. What pisses me off is when you get fuel injection and you got to go to a tuner and you got to pay all this money for this shit when you could do it yourself with a car.
Oh, I
got a tuner.
Look what he's got here, man. Look at this.
He's got him a Mustang sitting in the garage.
Oh, look at that dual quad setup there.
Oh, that is nice. He's got the dual quad.
Turn around with 2 4s.
Oh damn! Can I have that?
What you gonna put it on, your John Deere?
That's my boat anchor.
Well, see, the main thing is about carburetors is there's more to it than just adjusting and setting the carburetor. You also got to make sure the timing's right. If you got the timing right in collision with the carburetor, yes. You just don't fuck with the carburetor without checking the timing.
No. Is there an aftermarket carburetor, throttle body or system I could put on that would be better?
There's tons of them.
Yeah, there's tons of them.
That Aces might actually work. They might have one for that straight 6. I don't know.
I
think Holly has a setup for it.
I guarantee you that Aces will work on the damn straight 6 because the Aces don't know if it's a V8 or if it's a 6. It's all according to how it's tuned.
It's all according to what it'll fit on.
Bad Brad's doing what I used to do in the garage. Kick back, put your feet up, and listen to the shit.
Hey, you just said the magic word there, Bama. Used to do.
Used to do.
Yeah, Broline says a 2-barrel sniper EFI. But what you got here, that'll work. Here, Brad? What kind of intake's that for?
That small black Chevy.
Nice.
They come off the Corvair.
Believe it or not, what's on it now is a 1-barrel carburetor.
So what do you got in the Mustang? What do you got in the Mustang there?
460 or no 429.
420. There you go. You got something. Is it a Cobra Jet?
No, industrial.
Okay, I got you.
It's beautiful looking from this angle. I can tell you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's a nice car, man. It's pretty much the body and everything's all original on it.
Sweet looking car, man.
That was his daddy's car.
It's nice to see. It's nice to see somebody's garage.
Taking them dual carbs is what I want to see.
It's for a Chevy. It don't matter.
It don't matter. I'm still going. Hold on. If you get it close enough, I'm gonna get a knobby.
The only person
are those.
If you listen to Brad right there, dude, he'll tell you they came off of his Corvair.
I heard.
Yeah, and what carbs are they though? Are they the Chevy carbs?
No, Edelbrock.
Edelbrock.
Yeah.
What are they? 400s or 450s?
No, they're 600s.
600. Yeah, dual 6s.
Yeah, that's
okay. Y'all hold on a minute. Let me pull my pants down.
Damn.
That is nice. That is, I don't care if it's a Chevy fucking intake. That dual 600 setup is sweet.
Someone was supposed to come buy it today.
Oh, Mr. Damn, talking about carburetors, Mr. Briggs, go fucking nuts over that. That someone's got 2 of them on it.
I have never liked carburetors. They don't like me and I don't like them.
See,
there you go. Got some light on the subject.
There's my
like 10-second car I worked on. It's been a while.
There you go. That's a good looking car, man.
I gotta go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a minute.
Teresa, tell Teresa to help you out there, Bama.
No, she's inside with the grandchild.
Oh, well, hell, you on your own tonight, bro.
What ignition are you running there?
What's that?
What
like
ignition system is that?
MSD.
Yep.
I knew it was MSD.
What you see that tack adapter? That's a tack adapter.
Okay, no, down below it I saw the MS.
So you got the MSD box right there on the damn passenger side fender well, right?
Yeah, MSD distributor, 2-inch fuel line.
Yeah, there's the MSD box right there.
Oh, I saw the MSD box. I just didn't know which one it was because there's multiple.
That's
MSDs.
the 6AL.
It is the 6AL. Okay, that thing's I love those things. They are so nice to work with. I remember when those came out and they were game changers, and they still are.
Bama, that's about the kind of wheels you said you want. The ones on that Mustang, that's about the ones you said you want to put on your 68, right?
I didn't see them.
I could have swore.
I was just watching Steve Morris yesterday, and he had a big block in there. I think it was a 629, on a carburetor.
Yeah.
It's a nitrous car, but he doesn't run nitrous on his dyno. The thing hit 1320 horsepower at like 1300 torque.
Yeah, but who the hell can afford a Steve Morris engine? God damn. You talking about?
You didn't hear me. Steve Morris was running it on his dyno. It was not his engine. It was his friend's engine that his friend built. It was a 629. It was 5 years old. It had been sitting, and he wanted to run it just before he put it back in another car.
Yeah, I just wonder if it's got a
629.
I just wonder if it's a Steve Morris block.
It is not. It is not. Steve Morris went over it to make sure it was good before they dynoed it, just to make sure everything was good. It was not a Steve Morris engine.
Buy anything from that man right there, you got to go fucking mortgage your house.
You know what though? His engines are fucking damn good.
Yeah, I get
and they're getting better. He's about to create he's about to be able to do everything in house.
Really?
On the block, everything.
Damn.
That's what happens when you get paid all that big money. You can expand.
Yep. Buy a good motor, you could spend a lot of money.
Yep,
you could.
I'm sure.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, a 629 running. Well, he was running C23 in it, but still, a carbureted engine was putting out 1300 horsepower like that, no problem. At 7,100 RPM.
Well, that's the thing, though. Carburetor engines, I'm telling you, they've been running horsepower like that for years. But the thing you know, you got to set them up, and you got to listen. I'm going to tell you something, and Brad knows this probably to be a fact. So we had a buddy of ours that had a Camaro dual quad, and I kept telling him, "Listen, Billy Gregg, Brad, tell him take those dual quads off there, get yourself a 1050 and put on there." I says, "And your car will run better." So after talking to him for 3 months, finally he did it. And he's like, "Man, I should have done this a long time ago."
Yep.
No shit, Sherlock.
It's all about the setup. It's all about the air to the fuel, and how it's set up, how it's tuned. You know, you tune a carburetor, just not with a computer.
I had a friend of mine that's dead that could tune any carburetor bit. He used to be able to do it. I can't.
He can't now. So, no offense, but
hey, no, Jacob. I'm just saying. I don't know anybody around here that knows how to tune a car. Unless you guys want to fly up to New York, I'll pay for a couple days vacation, and you can tune my carb. How's that?
I haven't tuned a carburetor in like 15 years, so no, it would not be me.
Of course, I could do like a friend of mine. I bailed him out of jail last year. He had a car that the motor burned up on. The dealer wouldn't change it. They wouldn't honor the warranty. So he went up and took a car for a test drive at the dealer. The same make and model car, only 2 years newer. It was a Chevy Impala. He had a 2014 Chevy Impala. He test drove a 2018 or 2017 Impala. And they said, it's the weekend. If you decide you keep it over the weekend and bring it back on Monday, and we'll sign the papers for it. He did. He took out the motor and tranny out of the one he borrowed and put it inside his and took his back with a bad motor.
Well, you know what? I can't say nothing because I don't think much about people that does shit like that.
Yeah, that's just theft.
That's just a straight up wrong, man. It's just straight up wrong.
And he called me up and they were going to prosecute him. He said they gave him a choice: buy the car or they're going to put him in jail. I said, buy the car then.
Yeah, because as soon as they looked at the motor, they seen the numbers weren't right.
Oh, you could tell the numbers weren't right. The car wasn't right because the one he took out was Pratt had 40,000 on it, and the one he took out had 150. It was covered with grease, oil, and slime.
Cars back then without an AFR. I knew a guy who used to do it by smell. I'm not joking. He used to do it by the smell of the exhaust. He could tell if he was lean or if he was rich by the exhaust smell, and he was pretty good at it. And I never questioned him.
Sure. There's like a car with a bad O2 sensor. Yeah,
you've heard of Jet Bodine, I'm sure, haven't you?
Yeah, I've always tuned by ear.
Ear works too, but like for going rich or lean, you can't always tell by ear so well, is what he told me. He just goes smell the exhaust, and he could tell by the smell of the exhaust.
All you gotta do is All you got to do is pull the plug, read the plug. It'll tell you everything you need to know.
That's the other thing you do is pull the plugs. But while it's running, if you want to try and tune it while it's running, you can smell it and go, oh, it's a little rich or it's a little lean.
I knew a crackhead like that one time.
Yeah, I'm sure you did. You probably still know him.
Jeff Bodine's uncle, the NASCAR family, used to have a carburetor shop in my town.
The Bodines?
Yep.
Yeah.
They're from my town. I'm from an area called Elmira, but his the Chemung, New York is 25 miles from my house.
Damn, nice there, Proline.
You guys are confusing me on this because you guys are talking about tuning by ear. You could adjust the idle circuit, but you're not adjusting your main jets or your secondary jets. You got to take those out. So you're talking about just tuning the idle.
Jets. You don't adjust main jets. You change them.
Yeah, you just don't.
Part of tuning is replacing jets.
No, that's why I'm saying, because you're saying that you're tuning it while it's running. I'm like,
no, yeah, that's the idle. Yes, tuning the idle. I'm sorry, tuning the idle to make the idle level out to where it still ran and didn't die on you. And yes, he did that. He did that by the smell of the exhaust.
Right. Yeah, because I was saying that's only the idle circuit. You're not tuning everything else.
Yeah, that's yeah. Usually at that point, he already had the jets in he wanted.
The thing about it is, if you got a vacuum gauge and a good timing light, you can tune the carburetor to T.
Yeah, damn right. All you gotta do is that's all you need.
I would definitely need help with that myself.
That's the correct way to do it, for sure. That's the correct.
But
okay, Mr. Gary, come out here and tune my truck. I'll give you a vacation.
Shit, I ain't got time to tune my own shit right now.
Yeah, no shit. I wish I still had my old 302 with the carb on it, because I would love to relearn how to do that. I have a great timing light. I have an awesome timing light. I have vacuum gauges. I have everything I need to do it with. I just don't have the car with the carburetor.
Tuning carbs is not hard, man. I'm sorry, but it's not hard.
It is time consuming. It can be.
It's no different than pulling out a laptop trying to tune a damn computer system.
Hang on a second. Hold your horses.
When you get into
Mopar Shane's got a question.
Shane's got a question.
I didn't see it.
Hey, Proline, you're right. AFR does help to dial in a carb, and you can throw, in the newer cars, you could throw a carburetor on them and put an oxygen sensor in there to get your AFR, and it helps.
What was the question?
We're waiting for it.
He hasn't asked you yet. There it is.
There you go. Oh,
no, that's not him. That's not him.
I've done pretty good. I needed to buy an AFR still for the ability to tune it. Oh, okay. Moats quarter horse.
But the thing about it is that it's whatever. Just like Kali carburetors. I mean, every time you pull the
I actually really enjoy tuning it.
Damn.
I enjoy jetting and tuning a good carburetor. It's just been literally 15 to 20 years since the last time I had to do it.
But the thing about it is, though, Pinks, once you grab a hold of it, dude, it's like riding a bike. You just do it.
Yeah, probably. It's just been so long. It's not coming to me. It would probably be one of those where I'd struggle with it for like half a day and get pissed off, walk away from it, come back to it later and go, oh, this is what I need to do.
There it is. My 2014 Challenger been in the storage for about 5 years. Can I go ahead and start it? They change the oil before I do. If it's been in storage 5 years and has not, if it has been in storage for 5 years and it has not been crunk up, drain the gas, put better gas in it, because that's got ethanol gas in it. I guarantee you, it's done fucked up.
Drain your gas.
Damn. Clumping up shit.
Change your oil again, because it's been sitting for 5 years. It can gum up.
Yeah, the ethanol shit is no good, man.
Oil in the cylinders.
All right. My thing is that how did you store the car?
Yeah.
I guess that's the main question. How did you store the car? Did you put fuel? Fuel stabilizer? Did you, when you changed the oil, did you fog the cylinders? I mean, how did you store the car? I guess that would be my question to you.
Yeah.
100%. I can tell you right off the bat, though, drain the gas. Because that ethanol shit will mess up your fuel system.
Even with stabilizer, after 5 years, if it's not in a completely like heated and cooled, temperature controlled and humidity controlled garage.
Or we're all waiting to see that.
This is the thing, all right? If he had a full tank of gas and put stabilizer in it, when he pulls the gas cap off, you'll smell if it's bad or not.
Oh, hell yeah, you will.
Right away. So once you pull that gas cap off and it don't smell right, then drain the gas.
Yeah, you'll know.
If it smells like raw gas, get that shit out of there. Don't even try to crank it.
If it was me, I'd also drain the oil, put new oil in, and pressurize it.
I said that I would too, and then I'd if you know how to rotate the engine without starting it, I'd make it do that so you could prime the oil through.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Pressurize it. You're going to prime the system.
Yeah.
So this is the thing right here. He said he just changed the oil and filled it with premium gas. So,
before he stored it. That's what he's saying.
No, he said
he didn't say that.
He said
that's what he said earlier.
Yeah, right here. Just changed the oil and just filled with premium gas. So he just put premium gas and stuff in it. Okay. But my question is, well, how much gas was in it before you stored it?
He filled it up.
Good question.
See, I was right. It's before he stored it. That's dead.
So I
never filled it up before storing.
So okay, Mopar saying oil has a shelf life.
Yeah.
Okay. So my thing is that I would definitely drain the oil, make sure there's no white milky stuff in it from moisture or anything like that, and then I would redo the gas if the gas stinks. I mean, that's just my thing.
Yep.
And if they're knowledgeable enough, I would prime the fucking oil pump through the distributor hole.
Yeah,
I got a car that's been sitting in my driveway since 2019. Didn't change oil, didn't change gas, didn't do nothing.
I don't know. 2014. Has it got a distributor?
I was just fixing to ask that, Gary. Does it have a damn distributor, or does it got a magneto?
No, it's got a magneto.
Most likely.
I didn't know what we were talking about. Sorry.
I just started it the other day. It's been sitting 5 years. I started it. It has a full tank of gas in it.
Yeah, but we're talking about something else there, Mr. Briggs.
Yeah.
No, I mean I stored it in the driveway without starting it.
We're talking about this guy's question that he's asking all of us to help him with. The guy right here, Mopar Shane in the chat.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, but I'm saying I mean drain the gas. Depends on what kind of gas you had. I put mine in the driveway with ethanol free gas, so it just fired right up.
But I'm saying though, he's put premium in his car and stuff like that. But my main concern right now is the oil.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Oil and you see that it's got moisture in it, then you know you got an issue.
Oh yeah.
But it's just best after 5 years to just drain the oil and change it. It's not that.
100%.
Oil does have a shelf life.
It does. It's not super expensive to do it yourself, to drain the oil and change it. What are you looking at? Like 8 to 10 quarts. So you're looking at $60. That's way cheaper than replacing an engine that you fuck up.
Yeah, right there. And like I says, if you take the gas cap off and see what the gas smells like.
Mm-hmm.
If
it smells like raw gas, man, get it out. Don't crank it.
Like
a lot of people don't know what you mean by raw gas, though.
Turpentine.
So before you start, here's what you can do in mod motors, and a lot of engines are similar to these, but go to Home Depot, get a 1 gallon spray bottle that's a pump up, put oil in it. If there's like a test port or something that you can push it into to prime the system.
Later, Proline.
Then
have a good night, Proline.
Because you're really going to want to prime it after it's sitting all that time, because
I know
those bearings are dry.
Yeah, they are. 5 years, everything's dry.
Right. I would just say everything's fucking dry.
It's times like that you wish you had a dry sump where you could just run the pump on the dry sump to fill everything up.
But how the hell are you going to prime the system? How the hell are you going to prime the damn system if it don't have a distributor in it?
Like
you can't prime it through the distributor.
like I said, you use you get a Home Depot 1 gallon spray bottle pump. You put oil in it, you pump it up, and if there's like a port on the oil pump, you put it up against it and you use that to pressurize it. That's what you do on the mod motors.
Yeah.
Oh, you can take out
what
the
you're
oil,
talking
the
about.
idiot light. You could take out the idiot light and spray it in that way too. The
On a
oil.
The oil pressure
2014?
sensor, yeah.
The oil
Yeah, you
pressure
can do that.
gauge.
Yep.
The-
Or you can do it like the old way,
pressure
just get you a
sensor,
damn ratchet in the socket and get out on the front of the damn thing and just turn.
Well, my
Until
thing,
you-
my
till you get
thing,
tired.
Oh, I've seen on a Coyote. I've seen carbs on a Coyote. They actually run pretty good on them.
check the oil, change the oil, and then unhook it so the car will not start and just turn it over.
Which I know on my car to do that, I have to hold the gas and brake together, and it will not let it start.
Yeah, I would just take it and turn it over. Just check the oil and stuff good, and check the gas good, and just like I said, you don't want the car to start. But if you turn it over, it'll turn over slow enough where it'll pump the oil up through the engine.
And that really helps. And
Yeah,
when it's turning slow, it doesn't hurt it so much if it's running on dry bearings.
Well,
Yeah,
the bearings will never be dry. You know what
They
I'm
won't
saying?
be.
They'll still have oil on them. They just won't have a lot.
They won't have a good coating. Like
Backside of the mouth.
a lot of times, if I'm going to store an engine that I'm going to be running again, I'll use like a Cerakote first and get that on there because it will stick longer than oil will. But 5 years, that's pushing that even.
Shit, Marvel Mystery Oil, brother. That's the best way to store an engine.
Marvel.
That shit's fucking. I love that shit.
You know why they call it mystery oil?
Because we don't know what's in it.
Works so good.
I'll tell you right now, that shit works, dude. A lot of people don't like it, but I absolutely love it.
I put on my bike. I got my bicycle. I put on the cables. You'll put a couple drops in where it goes into the sheathing on the bicycle, and 2 or 3 days later, you'll see it dripping out the cable end, the other end.
Shit,
Check
man.
out Uncle Tony's channel. He actually, Uncle Tony's Garage goes through Marvel's Mystery Oil, exactly what's in it. The biggest thing that's in it is actually a solvent for breaking stuff down.
Really?
Yep. He's got a video. Check it out.
Project Farm did it too. Project Farm did an analyst. I had an analyst on, but it does work.
So who did you say that? Was that Uncle Tony you said?
Yeah, Uncle Tony's Garage.
I think I have him in my. Well, we'll have to look.
I like him.
When my father, Marvel Mystery Oil used to be able to buy it by the gallon for like $5 for a gallon when I was a kid. I bet those are the good old days. My father took an engine. He had an old Ford truck with a 360 and it burned oil and gas. The rings were stuck. He took 2 gallons of that, drained the oil out of his truck, put a new oil filter on it, and put 2 gallons of Marvel Mystery Oil in it and fired that truck up. I guarantee you guys.
You're welcome, Shane.
I can tell you this. There wasn't one mosquito for 4 blocks around while that truck was idling in that driveway.
Yeah, the way the reason why we're telling y'all this, Shane, we just don't want to see you mess your engine up, man. Just smell your gas. Definitely change your oil. If your gas smells good, just crank it anyway. Don't worry about it. It's still gonna fire, regardless.
I'd prefer to crank it a few times without it firing, like to get the oil flowing.
Yeah, do not fire that thing right away. Do not.
No, and if you don't know how to do that, just go in the fuse box, pull the damn fuse that's running the fuel pump, and you can turn the car over and the car will never crank.
Yeah.
If you're worried about that.
2014, look it up online. There's a way to do it so it won't start, kind of like there is in the Mustang and the Focus.
Here's another idea that you can do. Pull all the plugs out. Just put a little bit of oil in each cylinder, and when you go,
that's what I already said.
I've done that before.
I said fog the cylinders.
Fog them.
How to spin a new engine, build oil pressure, blah, 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 blah.
Why am I not finding this on Uncle? I am subscribed to Uncle Tony, so I just haven't seen that video. I'll have to look it up.
I ain't subbed to him. I can tell you that.
I am.
I know.
I like his stuff. He's kind of fun.
Yeah, Marvel Mystery Oil. It's good shit though.
Yeah, but it is.
oil,
It's really, really good stuff, man.
Well,
Really,
the
really
thing
good
about it is, Shane, if you need any help, let me know, dude. I'll be more than happy to come over and help you.
There you go.
You sure you can work on a Mopar? That might crimp your style.
Oh, hell. Look who just jumped in the chat. What's up there, Kermit?
In the chat or on the panel, you mean?
On the panel.
Hell, I ain't seen you in the chat.
I was in the chat earlier.
So are you still building those boat anchor Detroit diesels, Mr. Gary, or are you fixing the old ones still?
Sorry, but I was talking to my wife. What was that?
Are you still building those boat anchor Detroits out there, or are you actually just work in the shop though where you rebuild them or something?
I don't know. They might be a boat anchor, dude, but we saw 150,000 of them a year.
Shit, I ain't got no problem with a Detroit diesel. Hell, they've always been good to me.
Yeah, I'll take a Cummins any day.
Oh, don't get me wrong. If I preferred, yeah, I like Cummins, but I ain't got no problem with a Detroit. I've always had good.
I honestly say we saw 150,000 of them a year, dude. So.
Yeah, that's a lot of damn money, brother.
Hey, can I ask a quick question?
Yes, sir. Go ahead, there, Sublime.
So, is Bad Brad the one that I confused Mr. Briggs for that sounded similar that one time?
Yeah.
No. Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I thought.
No, Brad.
Well, see, now that you see him and hear his voice, now you know that was a huge mistake.
Well, I need to hear Bad Brad say something.
I just mess with both of y'all.
You mean there's someone out there that sounds like me?
Yes.
No.
Well, what is it? Yes or no?
No.
I would have bet money that was Mr. Briggs that night.
You got your own.
Remember, you asked me. I told you. But anyhow, Shane, you still got my number, right?
I would have lost, but I would have bet it.
And yes, he still does. Last I knew. Unless you get rid of it.
There you go, Slash. Must be an Illinois thing. Everybody sounds the same.
We all sound the
same. What's up, Slash?
But that's the only reason why you guys sell so many of those Detroits, because they burn up at 500,000.
Oh,
to be honest with you,
Stop, Bears.
I'll tell you something. So we got one with 1 million miles on it, and we took it apart, and the bearings don't even look like they ever been touched.
Wow.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
That thing looked like it never been. Now I'm gonna tell you something. Every engine's different.
That's right.
It might be the same
you
part.
Gotta be careful. You got to be careful talking about the diesels with Gary. You're going to say that his baby's ugly, so you got to be careful.
So you can buy a Cummins and it'll burn up in a damn 100,000 miles.
I've never had a bad Cummins. We had a truck when I worked for Fed Up.
I never had a bad Cummins neither, because I've always enjoyed every one I've ever got.
We had one, we called it Old Bertha. It was a 9400i International. That damn thing had over 3 million miles on it and kept running like a champ.
So now, hang on a second. Now,
Did you just
the 360, I don't know if they ever done it with the HDE.
Salty.
360, we had one that had 3 million miles on it. We brought it back, and guess what? The guy wanted the engine back because he was putting it back in the truck.
Yeah, but that was an older one before DEF. That was an older one before DEF system, correct?
I'm going to tell you something, and I'm sure if you guys had done any kind of machining in your life or anything like that, every part will never, ever be the same. The exact same.
Nope.
It's like you could take, you could build two engines.
That had 3 million. That was at 3 million was one before pre-DEF, right?
See, the thing about it is, though, Mr. Braggs, you just want to try to outdo me, but I'm telling you right now, smart, man. When they pull these engines, that's what I do. I'm an auditor, so I pull these engines apart. We measure the bearings and everything on these things. We've done Cummins, we've done Freightliners, we've done Peterbilts, we've done all these, and the thing, and not Peterbilts, but
Cat,
Mercedes, we've done all these. Cat, we check all these engines and all these bearing size, and they all differ. You see what I'm saying? But if you,
I know that.
If you take these engines and you line them up and drive them the same, change the oil the same, and do everything the same, the outcome is usually the same.
Yep.
Yep.
It's all according to how they're taken care of, man. Plain and simple.
I do know that some of those Cummins engines they're putting in the smaller trucks now are kind of shitty.
You talk like the box trucks, Pinks? You're right.
Yes.
Right.
Man, it's just like those little small cats that they used to put in the Fords. They ain't worth two fucking shits, dude.
I'll take an idea though.
It's just the
I got brand new 2024 Detroit out there in a Freightliner. As soon as that thing hits 500,000, the warranty's almost up. It's gone.
The thing about it is that people drive these trucks. They love these trucks because these trucks are their livelihood.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So if that truck's got 500,000 miles on it and the warranty's up on it, then you should go buy a new truck.
Yep.
There is to it.
Hey guys, I'm out.
I got
all right,
40,000 miles.
Have a good one, buddy.
Yeah, have a good evening.
How many miles you say you got on it?
Mine's brand new. It's got 40,000 miles. I bought it 4 months ago.
Well, hell, and you got a Detroit in it?
Yep.
Well, you ain't got no complaints then. You got a long damn time before you hit 500,000 miles.
But hey, I don't care what it is, dude. I mean,
about 3 years.
It could be any kind of a vehicle, but the one right next to it might last $1 million. The one on the other side of it might not last 200,000 miles. Just depends.
That's right.
I'm warranted to 750,000. So I'm gonna sell it when it hits 500.
When these engines go down the assembly line and they change shift, it might be something different with the torque pattern on the crank or whatever. It all has something to do with it.
Gary, they're still sleeving those engines, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured.
I think all diesels have sleep, don't they?
Yes.
Say what now? What was that? I didn't hear you.
Got liners.
Oh,
yeah.
That's what I meant.
I'm just saying, I mean, hell, like a truck, though, like Gary was talking about. When you get a truck that's got 500,000 miles on it, the truck is still good. You just need to change the running gear in it. But you can still use the truck.
Yeah, you don't necessarily have to change the running gear.
You shouldn't have to change your motor at 500,000 with diesel. It should go 1 million miles without missing a beat.
I ain't gonna say that about every one of them there. I'm not gonna say that about every one of them. Even Cummins can blow up at damn before a $500,000 miles.
But my last truck, it burned up the motor at 375,000.
And what engine did it have in it?
DD15. And as soon as that thing blew up, I took it out and put it in the Cummins.
Are you sure it wasn't? Operator error?
Hey, I've owned a lot of semi trucks, and every one of them I've had good luck with, except for that one Detroit. That thing was up.
And that's one.
That's one out of how many have you owned?
And I worked for 2 companies as a driver, and same thing, nothing but problems after they hit 500,000.
Yeah, but if you work for
only thing I can try to say there, Mr. Briggs, is that you're always trying to outdo me. So
I didn't say I'm not trying to outdo you, buddy. I don't need to outdo you. I'm not trying to outdo you. I've just never had. I mean, depends on which way you want to get done.
All right,
enjoy talking to you, man,
brother. But this is the thing right now. You can put it down or whatever, but Detroit Diesel's been around for 80 fucking years, dude.
They've been around a long time.
Hey, Chrysler's been out for over 80 years. Ford's been out for over 80 years, but don't mean so it's a Chevy out. They all been out. I don't mean I don't own a Chrysler.
About cars, I'm talking about diesels that haul fucking all kinds of weight, dude.
They're all of them been out over 80 years anymore.
But I'm just saying, they've been around. They haven't gone
The reason why Detroit Freightliners, there's so many of them on the road because they're the cheapest truck out there.
Damn, I just come back. That must be Subline in there.
But the thing about it is Freightliners DD15s or DD16s. They use Cummins and all of them.
Well, you got to say something about this though. You might call them the cheapest trucks, but in the trucking industry, it is the most affordable truck that people can buy and go run with.
And it's the most truck you see on this road.
You damn right. And then you know what? They would not be building and selling millions and millions of those some bitches every year if they wasn't a good
I got that
buy for their money.
That 2024 out there I got for 50 grand through a repo.
That's what I'm saying. People know the best bang for their buck is, and the best bang for their buck is a Freightliner. Now, if you want to step up to a Pete, a KW, a damn Western Star or something like that, look, you're gonna pay big dollars for that shit. And these big corporations like JB Hunt, Schneider, all these CTRL, all these big companies, they're not gonna run trucks like that because it's not cost efficient. They're gonna run the cheapest thing they can run and put the most trucks on the road that they can put out there, and that is a Freightliner. That's how they stay in business, because they can't go out and spend where you can get a Freightliner for say $250,000. Well, you're gonna pay $380,000, $400,000 for a fucking Pete, a KW, a Western Star. Well, they can't stay in business like that because they got to pass that on to the consumer. And when they pass that on consumer, guess what? They're gonna lose business, and they're not in the business to lose business. They're in the business to make money.
Are most KW owner operators?
I'm not going to go as far as saying most, but KW is a really good truck. I've had two of them, and I'm telling you, right, they're fucking really good trucks.
Well, the thing about KW, that's for people like, these real big, fancy companies. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Oh,
you know
like big car haulers, stuff like that.
You guys ain't spend $150,000 or $200,000 on a fucking truck.
Yeah, specialty haulers. They're hauling chemical and stuff.
Right, but I mean, you look like what's that one place that shit, I can't. They've got the orange trucks, the really nice trucks.
Schneider.
No, not Schneider. Reliable.
Oh, reliable. You're talking about the car carriers. Yeah,
that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, both dudes, they got the best. They got the best of the best because they have to look good going where they're going.
Yeah, most of the trucks you see in their fleet are all KWs and all Peterbilts, because that's what you see. Because I'm sorry, but they're the king of the roads, man, and they always have been, and they always will be.
And just like the Western Stars, dude, that's another truck.
That's a high dollar truck, but it's the
what do you think the Western Star is?
Western Star is a Freightliner, dude. Yep, Western Stars. They've used them 99% in the car hauling industry. Goddamn, I'll spit that fucking word out in a minute. But
but that's a Freightliner truck.
Yep, but that's their step above. You know what I mean? That's their really super high end market.
It's just their Cadillac version.
Yep, that's their very high end market. Yeah, you buy a Western Star, you're gonna drop some dollars, dude, because they're expensive.
I told that to a truck driver once. He said, "Oh, you drive a drunk Cascadia." I says, "What do you think you're driving? You're just driving an overpriced Freightliner."
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you what. There's a difference between the Freightliner badge and the Western Star.
Not in the running gear, they ain't.
I'm telling you, Western Star, they're fucking nice rigs, dude. Nice rigs.
Dale's Adventure, he said a mouthful right there, because I'm gonna tell you something. International, dude, they're badass.
They are.
That's a truck I would buy. If next truck I buy, I'm gonna buy another International.
International trucks.
Damn right, they're good trucks. But I'll tell you one of the raggediest trucks. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, when my parents used to take me on vacation, we used to drive across country from place to place. That's all I would ever do is look out the car and look at what brand of truck was coming by. Always used to do that.
Because, dude, I'm going to tell you, truck drivers, they take pride in their shit. And most truck drivers keep their, especially if you see a Peterbilt, Western Star, KW, them some bitches are always spit shine because they are proud of those rigs. And they take good care of those damn things.
Dude,
I always like how the
Peterbilts
Peterbilts
a lot of
look.
money for those trucks, man.
Damn right they do. Because I know I had a 357, I had a 359, and I love both of my 359. I absolutely love the fuck out of that bastard.
But you know what trucks I've been seeing on the road? is those flat face ones, like the old Mack trucks.
Oh yeah, the cab overs. Oh yeah,
dude, those things are the bomb.
Dude, that's what I started out. That was my very first truck.
Just BJ the Bear truck. That's what he drove.
Yeah, but he had a KW. That was a nice motherfucking KW he had though.
Show a cab over.
But
yeah, that was.
Buddy, I'm telling you, those old trucks, buddy, you get those pipes of thing in. Oh boy.
Yep, they look nice, but they don't ride nice.
Well, that's why those guys died with their head. Listen, guys that drove those trucks like that, they had their kidneys shuck apart and fucking.
You're damn right.
Yep.
Dude, my very first rig, man, I started out with the very first one I ever bought was an old cab over GMC white. And I'm telling you,
balls of steel to drive one of those dirty.
And I drove that motherfucker 2.5 years from Georgia to California every motherfucking week for 2.5 years. Never had a working AC in that bastard. But I was young, I was young. I could handle it back in those days, but that was my entry into being an owner operator. That was all I could afford to buy. It was used and fucking wore out when I bought it, but I just patched that motherfucker together for 2.5 years and kept it on the road. But it rode like a motherfucker, though. You talking about riding a bucking bull? That son of a bitch would shake your insides out.
I remember my first driving job, like it was yesterday. It's for a blacktop company. They had old Diamond Rio dump trucks. I opened up the door. I said, "Where's the seat?" There's a seat in there. It was a 5-gallon bucket bolted to the floor with a cushion on top. I said,
"Look, I'm telling you, those old Diamond Rios, buddy, back in the day down in Kentucky, hauled that coal like it was nothing."
You ain't lying. This some of it were horses, dude. They were horses.
It had a triplex in it, and I tell you what, the seat fell apart. They actually took a 5-gallon bucket, bolted a cushion on, and bolted the floor with a cushion on top. That was the seat.
Look at Sterling trucks. Sterling trucks were the worst truck ever built.
Sterling, that was a Ford.
Yep. The Louisville Ford, they call them.
Yep.
But any truck you can have issues with. It just.
But I hate to tell you though.
That's right. That's right.
A dump truck, the old Sterling dump trucks were not. They were a good truck.
But the one good thing about the KWs, and they've always been known for this, they have always had the best interior. They were always beautiful fucking inside. Comfortable, beautiful.
I drove one Peterbilt in my life, and I'll tell you what, I wasn't impressed. Like the cup holder was almost on the damn floor. It's like you had to lean down across to grab a coffee cup when you're driving. It's crazy.
But the thing about it is back in the day, Kenworth was the truck to fucking have.
Damn right. That was the most expensive truck you could buy was a KW. Nothing cost as much as a KW back in the day. That motherfuckers they would break the bank. But once you got one, you had a fucking truck. Because they would last.
But it's like had to have a Peterbilt, and he literally had to stay out over the road for like almost 3 years straight to pay for that truck.
Oh, dude, once I got my 357, dude, I said I would never own another truck but a damn Peterbilt. And that was it. I never owned anything else but a Peterbilt.
Bam, are you out?
Am I out?
Oh, yeah, I didn't know if you were like saying I'm out in the.
No, he's waiting for you to puff pass.
Oh.
I think he's just waiting.
I'm already handling myself. You go for it there.
I don't think he's waiting for him to pass. I think he's just waiting for him to puff.
No, I'm just sitting there floating in the mule. I'm sitting in the mule because it's raining outside.
Sitting in the mule.
Yeah,
well, go out, man. You're not sugar. You're not gonna melt.
Well, is the mule laying on his back?
Not.
That don't sound right, man. So you're sitting on a mule. So you're sitting on a mule, or you're doing it doggy style or something.
What was that, Gary?
It's only fitting. You talking about diesel, and I'm sitting in a diesel right now.
Hey, Bama, you trying to say Bama done already wore that mule out, huh?
I just wonder if the mule's laying on his back. Are you riding that mule?
I tell you what, with all the big old big wide open limbs I towed out of this yard, it worked pretty hard.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, the old Kawasaki mules are badass though. To be honest with you, they're really good.
Yeah.
Is yours the old red one? Got a dump bed on it?
Well, it's not mine. It's my aunt's. Yeah, my son got it for her from off the Air Force base.
Yeah, but is it the old red one that has the
Oh, yeah.
little small dump bed on the back? That's kind of
Oh,
I got. I love them
Little-
little things. They
little
ain't
video
fast, you know. They ain't what you want to go out there and jump hills and go plowing through trails and shit. But as far as working on on your property, they'll work like a motherfucker.
Oh yeah, it's got a heater in it and everything.
Yep, they're good.
got windshield wiper, got damn headlights, tail lights, the whole damn work. Got a snorkel on it.
If I'm right, I think they're the first ones that came out with the side by side, right?
Well,
The Kawasaki Mule wasn't that really one of the first ones to come out with a side by side?
I think so.
Because I know everybody had four wheelers, but I do believe the Kawasaki Mule was about the first side by side.
Yeah, on my Instagram I don't know, well you probably watching, but on my Instagram when I put the new rims and tires and all on it a few years back for it's all right. I mean it's noisy as hell, but it does the job.
That's all that matters, man. As long as it works. Hey, it's a tool, man. You use it as a tool. That's what it's for. Use it as a tool. Work the hell out of it.
Like I said, I put it through his paces, dragging them big ass limbs out the road when he was picking all the shit up. Holy cow!
So
Don't get me wrong.
Side by side was made by Lockley Wrangler in 1970.
Wow, I guess I'd never seen or heard of that before.
I never seen one. But
No, I ain't never seen one.
Damn, you're older than dirt. I thought you would have seen one by now.
What year was the first Polaris side by side made? Which was 1999, which was the Polaris Ranger.
Yeah, but I think what year did the Mule come out? The Kawasaki Mule. I remember them things had to come back out back in the 80s sometime.
Well, I know this one right here is I think this is a 14 or a 13.
Oh, you got an up to date one. Mine's old as shit. I bought it, a few years back when I had to go to my uncle.
Don't quote me on that. I think she said 13, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, y'all remember back when I had to go to my uncle's and do the whole damn thing with the property and my cousins and shit? I bought his old one. Now his is old as shit. Yeah, his ain't up to date. Everything's manual. It don't have a hydraulic bed or nothing. You got to manually dump the bed.
Yeah, you got to dump it. Well, the thing is, what's crazy is she got it for $700, and we found one in town, the exact same model and everything. They wanted $4,500 for it.
All right,
so holy shit.
1988, the first Kawasaki Mule was introduced.
Okay, I knew it was back in the 80s.
So that was before Polaris. That was before Polaris and all of them.
Yeah, because I used to remember seeing them things on golf courses back in the 80s. They would be riding around the golf course and doing work.
Yeah, I mean it's a good vehicle. I just don't like it because it's noisy as hell. Because it got the damn doors, you got to pin them back and all that crap.
Oh,
I would like it for it to have a diesel. That'd be actually cool, man. I mean, 'cause then you got a good motor that will last a long time.
A buddy of mine uses a Suzuki Samurai with the roof cut off for he uses that as his redneck Kawasaki Mule.
There you go.
Yeah, a lot of them down here they use them damn mini trucks.
Oh, them little Zuzu looking little flat nose mini truck with the dump beds on them, the white ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see a lot. I see a lot of them on Facebook Marketplace for sale. I actually wouldn't mind having one of those.
Hey, listen, they're cheap, but you put big oversized tires and stuff on, they're kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, I know they're small, but hell, it'd be cool to work around your property on something like that. If Gordon, if you had enough property to warrant owning one of those things, you know what I mean?
I was at the fuel island today getting fuel, and I watched a bobtail come in. It was some guy with a bobtail with a day cab pull up to the gasoline pumps and filled the semi with gasoline. I said, Then I was watching for about 20 minutes trying to start it, and me and a couple other guys walked over and says, "You know why that won't start?" I have no idea. Well, you just fill it full of gasoline, buddy. It ain't gonna run.
I've seen that happen so many times, dude. I tell you, the worst thing I hate seeing happen, and it's happened to me, being behind people waiting, is when some of the bitches fill up at the fuel aisle, they drive off and forget to take the pumps, the hoses out of their tanks, and they rip both goddamn hoses right out of both pumps. And I'm like, you idiot. And I'm sitting behind the son of a bitch, and I got trucks behind me.
I saw a guy 2 weeks ago, and I bet you old Mr. Gary could imagine what happened to that truck. He went up to his truck, he filled up, he took the diesel pump nozzle out, opened up the tank, and it was a brand new truck, and he put DEF in the fuel tank. He filled the tank with DEF.
Now that's hilarious.
So he filled it with piss.
He filled up that tank with DEF, and I walked over. I said, how much fuel do you got in your truck? He said, well, the one tank's full. This one was empty. I said, I wouldn't start your truck without you. He says, what are you talking about? I said, you just filled it with DEF. No, I didn't. And I said, right there,
he filled one tank full of diesel fuel and went to the other tank to fill it.
That's hilarious, ain't it? That's actually funny as hell, dude.
And he said to me, I was full of shit. And I said, dude, that little nozzle there, that little tiny nozzle is DEF. It was a brand new truck, brand new Schneider day cab. He pulled out that island. How far do you think he got?
Not far.
Oh, Jesus.
You think he made it out of the parking lot?
Nope.
Well, I can guarantee you that dude probably hadn't been out of truck driving school for about a week. Most likely.
Here's one for you. So this guy, and he's been doing this for years. He's a friend of mine, and he fills up both his tanks with diesel fuel, but he tops them off with premium gas. Why does he do that?
Clean the cylinders. Clean the injectors, clean the cylinders.
Is that why he does it? Because he's been doing it for years.
Yep, that's why he does it.
And has never had an issue.
Yep, that's why he does it. To clean the injectors. And keep the injector pump clean. Because you ever had to buy an injector? You ever had to buy an injector pump for one of those trucks? Oh, brother, you don't want to do that.
He built that. But it was funny. So he left the parking lot. He made it out of the parking lot. We were both going the same direction. He was ahead of me about a half a mile, and all of a sudden this big puff of black and blue and white, whatever, smoke came out that tailpipe. Oh boy. I don't think the motor survived.
Yeah, Gary, my uncle used to do that same thing to his trucks.
Okay.
He used to do the exact same thing. And I always asked him why he did that. He said clean the injectors and clean the injector pumps. I didn't know that either, because I never did it. I seen him do it.
That, or you could put a couple of gallons of transmission fluid into the diesel too. That'll work.
Shit, it's easier putting down premium gas and it's cheaper. Because you don't got to put a whole lot.
Well, I used to put rubbing alcohol in my loader, and it had a Cummins engine in it.
Yeah, that helped keep your injectors and injector pump clean on that loader too.
But that was so funny watching him put Bob Diesel in one tank and DF in another. I mean, I was about 3 guys saw him. We were all laughing our ass off while he was doing it. Said, I wouldn't start that if I were you.
Hey man, it's just like that old saying: you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink it, man.
It's just like a 5 or 10 gallon tank that they pour that stuff into on the truck.
No,
I don't know what size
the island.
Yeah, no. What size is your DEF tank on your truck?
Mine's on the driver's side.
Okay. Again, what size is the tank?
Oh, mine 20 gallons.
Okay, there you go.
I thought you said what side's it on.
I said what size. Gary asked what size was your DEF tank.
Yeah, I thought like 10, 15, something like that, but 20 it goes in there.
But man, I'll tell you, all I know is I when I was coming back through from my run, they had towed him in back up to the gas station, the fuel station, and they said he was out there and he was all belly aching. I said, "What's wrong, buddy?" I said, "You blew up your truck. I saw it today, like I told you would." He says, "So what? Why you still? What's happening?" He says, "They towed my truck back up here and fired me." I said, "Geez, I wonder why." You just destroyed a brand new truck. I'd fire you too.
Yeah. Oh shit. Hey, man, you gotta look at it. That's a big expense for a company, man. I mean, you buy a brand new tractor, that's a lot of money.
He said, I didn't destroy that engine. I said, you most certainly did. You ruined it.
Yep, that's a lot of money. Them tractors ain't cheap, dude.
Well, he had the same guy truck I have, except for his is orange and mine's white. And that's like you said, even a day cab's $200,000 almost.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of money, dude.
How much does it cost for one of those motors? Let's just say you grenaded it. What would it cost for another one?
$50,000.
Holy fuck.
A rebuild. You can have a rebuild done for about $35,000, but to buy a brand new block, about $50,000-$60,000 to have it installed.
It depends on the engine that you buy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just giving her up an idea, right? I mean, a brand $50,000-$60,000 is a roundabout number on average.
Wow.
That's, I mean, a rebuild is 30.
Well, without Mr. Briggs answering and without Gary answering, Mike, what do you think the biggest expense on a truck driver is?
I'd probably say that it's fuel.
Nope.
Maintenance.
Tires.
Maintenance.
Tires. They go through tires more than they go through anything else. Because they don't get that many miles.
How many miles do you get off? Not retreads, but new tires.
It's all according to it's all according to the terrain. But if you're out on the road, I'm not gonna say you're gonna get 100,000 not out of today's tires.
My truck's
definitely not out of steer tires. You're not gonna get 100,000 out of steer tires.
I got 40,000 on mine already, dude, and they're like brand new.
Yep, that ain't 100,000.
I'll get another 60,000 out.
That's 60,000 more miles on a set of steer tires. That's a lot of damn miles on a set of steer tires.
I get about 100,000 out of steers and 150 out of the rears.
Hey, Dale, are you back to work? Dale's Adventures.
For the steer tires, I'm guessing they last longer if it's just highway use compared to going into town.
It also depends on the truck.
Yes. Steer tires are funny because you can buy a good name brand tire and they won't last no time, but you can buy a cheap name brand tire and that motherfucker lasts forever. It's funny how steer tires are.
That's why I get more miles out of them.
Yeah, you don't have near the weight over your tires.
No.
No, so you don't drive over the road anymore. Not if you're driving a day cab.
I haven't drove over the road in 25 years.
Goddamn, that's all I ever did was drive over the road.
Screw that shit. I like to go home at night and drink beer and sleep in my own bed.
Shit, I like making money.
Nowadays it's hard to drive over the road, man. Traffic, people, fuck that.
What was that, Brad?
Make money. I make $5,000 a week, and I'm home every day.
I couldn't hear you, Brad. What was you saying?
I said, having to drive with all the traffic nowadays, it's got to be tough to be a trucker, man.
Oh man, yeah, it's bad. Even back when I was forced into retirement back in 2014, traffic was still pretty bad because I drove, like I said, I drove from Georgia to LA every week. And then when I got back,
how come you ain't work driving now?
When I got back, to finish out my week, I drove from Georgia to Miami and back. That was just to finish out my week.
So I was watching a video recently.
I seen all people fucking driving down the road, laptops on their steering wheels and shit. It's fucking crazy out there.
It's crazy, dude, because I'm going to tell you, cars and trucks, four-wheelers on the road, they don't give two shits about a truck driver.
No.
They think you can stop those bastards on a dime because they'll pull over in front of you, slam on brakes, and you're sitting there glued to the goddamn seat saying, please stop, please stop. They don't give two shits about you.
Hey, you know what I learned to do when I was driving? If I see people texting and shit, because if someone's texting and you get in front of them and you keep hitting your brake lights, they slow way back because they don't want to hit you while they're looking down at their fucking phone.
Yeah. You take That or take the steering wheel while you're driving down the road and there's someone that's tailgating you. You take the steering wheel on a nice dry pavement. No, not in the wintertime. You take the steering wheel, turn it left and right if you're driving doubles, and watch that back trailer go sliding back and forth, side to side. It's amazing how fast those headlights back off from your bumper.
But you guys talking about money and city driving. My buddy, he had 3 or 4 trucks, and his radius was like 10 miles. He got all the Coke bottles and stuff like that. He would take those back to the store, and he made all kinds of money.
Oh yeah, back in the day you could when they still when you're still buying those cashing in those bottles that you just get money for.
Right.
I got a friend of mine now. All he does is haul glass, like broken glass, like from restaurants and shit like that. The only thing in the back of his rig is nothing but 55-gallon plastic drums.
I haul your favorite commodity.
And what he does is he'll go to one of these restaurants, like one of these big hotels, like the Four Seasons, one of these big, and all the glass, what they do is at their bars and stuff like that is when they empty all their beers and stuff, they'll take and throw them in the garbage can. They'll bust the bottles. So it packs them down. So he'll go to the back of them every day and just pick up 55-gallon drums and nothing but broken bottles. That's all he hauls is broken glass.
Yep.
He makes really good money. He makes really good money doing that shit too.
I haul beer and candy.
Yeah, I got another buddy of mine. All he does is haul cardboard. He just goes around picking up fucking pallets of cardboard.
Yeah, cardboard, dude. Listen, if you save all your cardboard up now and take it in, they'll pay you for it.
Oh yeah. That's right. He does it with a tractor and trailer, man. He goes to these big companies and shit, and all he does is picks up pallets and pallets and pallets of cardboard all day long. Back and forth is what he does. He's got his own forklift that's sitting back there on his flatbed trailer and shit. He just unloads them once he gets there and loads them up once he gets there. So he just does it all day long. He makes really good fucking money doing that shit too.
Nice. So, question for you guys. So, I was watching a video on YouTube, and I know half the stuff is fake, but this one was pretty interesting on truck driving. And the truck driver was talking, and he said, the young kids that go to start these days, within the first year of starting, they're probably going to go broke because the way that he said it's set up is that with the brokers, unless you get a good one or know what you're doing, you're not going to make any money at all. Is there any truth to that, or how does that work?
It's all according to whether he is an owner operator or if he's driving for another company. If he's driving for another company, he don't have a broker. He's dispatched. He don't have a broker. Every run he goes, he's dispatched through his company. Now, if he's an owner operator, he'll have a dispatch. If he's smart, he will have a broker.
I agree, but I disagree. I think if you're going to be an owner operator, and it depends on what you're doing. If like me, I'm local, I got a contract. I do the way I roll.
Oh yeah. If you can get a contract, yeah. But most of these young kids coming out of school these days, usually what they do is they hire on to a company like Schneider, JB Hunt, and all these other companies. And for the first year and a half, 2 years of their entire working, they are not allowed to quit their job or anything else. They have to work for that company because the company pays for their schooling and they deduct money out of their checks. And if they wind up quitting that company can revoke their CDLs.
U.S. Express now is giving they'll send you, they'll train you. They don't charge you for the training. They just make you sign a 2-year contract. They don't even, and they after 2 years you can go wherever you want.
Yeah, but during that 2 years while you're under contract, they own your CDL. You don't even own them. They do.
Really? Oh, you own. I mean.
No, because yes, they can. Yes, they can. Nope. They can take your CDLs. Yes, they can too. That is in the contract you signed.
For schooling.
So if it's in their contract, yes, but if they don't.
Yeah, like JB Hunt, Schneider, all them countries right there.
Like they can't repo the license. What they
Mr. Briggs, I'm telling you right now, that is what they do nowadays. I don't know what they did back in the day. You did. I'm telling you what they do now.
They can't go.
That shit is in your contract now.
I don't buy it.
My cousin just went through this shit. He got hired on at CRST, and for 2 years. He is not allowed to quit that company whatsoever. They own his CDL. He quits, his CDL's gone. Or if he's fired, his CDL's gone. It's in the contract he signed.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, but man, that sounds harsh.
It is harsh, but they pay for everything.
How are they going to make the state take away their license?
Because it's all in the contract. It's all in the. It's legal. It's all in the damn contract.
I'd have to see that.
I got another cousin of mine. That's my mechanic that works on all my cars. He works for R&L Carriers, and all he is a trailer mechanic. They do the same damn thing at R&L Carriers.
Yeah. They paid for it and they gave him the damn license.
I know a guy that went to USA Express here like a year and a half ago, and he had to work for him, and all they told him, if he quits before the 2 years is up, he'd have to pay him $10,000. They can't go to the state and say revoke his license.
Well, in Georgia, I'm telling you what they do here. I don't know what they do in that fucked up state you live in, but down here, I'm telling you what they do down here.
Georgia can't even do it. I mean, that'd be like going to get a driver's license.
It's like me talking to that motherfucking tree right there.
They can't make you take Georgia or take away your driving privilege.
Check this out, Gary.
Hang on 1 second.
Well, I was just gonna say, you know what? It sounds like it's a catch-22 because, okay, you signed a contract through the fucking school, through the company you're gonna work for. It falls through. They may be able to take your CDL, but you should be able to sue the Secretary of State for your license back. Because the only reason the Secretary of State can take it back is for a violation.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm saying down here. When they signed a contract, because while they're in school here, these companies, US Express included, all these big companies, these big trucking companies, where do you think they get all their drivers from? They get them from the schools.
Say hello to Victor.
What up, Victor?
Victor?
What up, Victor?
Hey, that was sweet intake on that damn car. I got me one today.
All right, so listen. Mike's still driving. I'm sure you get an idea. It says right there, CRST owns your ass. It's in the contract. If you leave, you pay. If you leave, you pay them to keep your CDL.
There you go. Exactly what I was just sitting here telling you.
They can't take your shit. The state can't. They can't. I don't buy that. They can send you a bill for training, but they can't. I'm just
saying. Barbecue Mike right here. This right here, Barbecue 5.0. That's what he does for a living, so he would know.
I do that for a living too.
I've ever heard.
I'm just telling you, the laws are not the same everywhere you go. What might go in New York won't go in Georgia, maybe Texas, maybe.
Well, I'll tell you what.
South
You're saying
Dakota.
my state's fucked.
It's just different. There's just different. Every state is different. Everybody's got their own laws.
You're saying my state's fucked up? My state wouldn't do that. Thank God, because that's real fucked up. Because if I quit a job because I wasn't working out and they said they were going to take my license for, yeah, that's even more fucked up than New York, buddy.
Well, at this particular time, you know what? I'm not going to get into that debate. I'm going to shut up about that.
Well,
worth it.
I think right now, so if you're still like a student driver or whatever right now, and this company hires you, then they can fuck with your license or whatever.
You damn right.
Is that the case?
Yes, that is the case.
Yeah, because they're paying for your training.
They're paying for everything.
Right, but how many hours do you have to drive before you own your CDL?
It's not hours. It's up
3 years.
Yes, what it is how they set your payment plan up. However long it's going to take for you to pay that license off and the schooling and all that, whether it be a year and a half or 2 years, that's how long you got to work for them before you're free to go to work for another company.
That's why.
How much they're going to deduct out of your check.
I would never sign a contract like that. When I got my CDL, I went and paid for it myself out of pocket.
Yeah, but that's the difference. In a lot of these young kids today, they don't have the money to go pay for it out of their pocket. This is the way they get into the industry. I mean, because you got guys coming right out of damn high school, and they want to learn how to drive a truck, even though they can't do it till 21. Damn, I hear an echo.
Well, here's what Mark. Who's got the echo?
I don't know. That's what I was going to ask. I don't know who it is, but I thought it was me.
If you don't matter, it don't matter what fucking state you're in. You have a contract with CRST. They own you. It's 2 years before you can leave.
There you go.
So is there a CRST by you, Briggs?
There's CRST. Yeah, there's CRST in every state. They're huge. They're big.
Okay.
They're like Snyder, JB Hunt, and places like that. They're big.
It's something to research because it's good to know, right?
For those that need CDLs and young and getting into the industry, yeah, it's definitely something.
My cousin went to truck driving school like 6 months ago for CRST. In his contract, I read it, said if he leaves before the 2 years or whatever, he would have to pay them $10,000. They can't call the state. He has to pay him $10,000, but they can't call the state of New York and say take his driver's license away. They would send collection agencies and everything else after his ass. He could theoretically go for another company, but guess what? He'd have to pay them back in training. But they can't call up the state of New York and say take his license away because he didn't pay for it.
Hang on a second there, Briggs. So right here, Barbecue Mike says they own your ass in the contract. If you leave,
yeah, they own your ass. They could go after garnish them.
Hey, Briggs. If you pay them to keep your CDL. So that's exactly what you're saying right now.
No, I'm saying is they can't call the state and revoke your license. He could quit and go for another company, but he would have to pay. They could take him to court.
He has to pay the fine. You get what I'm saying? If he leaves, that's what they're saying. You're taking this outside of the box.
No, he's saying that they could call the state and have his license revoked.
If you do not pay the company owns your license. They can have your license.
They own the training school. They could sue
they
you
do not
for the
own
money,
the training school. They do not own the training school. The training school is a private entity.
So you're saying if someone went to CRC and they quit before the 2-year contract was up, that they could call the state of Kentucky, Pennsylvania, wherever, and remove your license?
If you do not pay what is left owed, they can have your license revoked.
Bullshit.
Okay,
they can sue you for the difference. They can't revoke your license.
Okay. I'm just.
The state might be in on it.
The state is in on it.
Yeah,
it's a whole. That's the way it works. The state is involved in it.
All right, Barbecue Mike. Coming in.
Appreciate it, Barbecue Mike. At least there's two of us on the same page here.
I know 2 people have forfeited the contract with different companies, and they were taken to court, but they didn't lose their license.
Well, it's in the contract, though. That's how it's going to work.
As long as you sign that contract, your ass is liable. Period. You are contractually liable.
They can't take away it.
Okay.
Either way, they're going to get the $10,000 back.
Oh yeah, they're going to get their money back. Yeah, they'll get their money back.
That's the thing, though. If they got a contract and you owe them $10,000, that can affect your license, is what they're saying.
Yes, they can have your license revoked until that money is paid. Period. That's the way it works.
If I had my cousin here, I know 2 of them. 2 of my cousins left the company that they did training with.
Research it and find out. Research it and find out. The next time we go live again, come back and prove
exactly.
I'll get him to send me a copy of the contract because I've never heard such a thing.
I thought you said you read your cousin's contract.
I never read one where they can call the state. You're not listening. They can sue you for training, but they can't call the state and have the license revoked.
Listen,
that's bullshit.
Listen, maybe in the contract maybe they got it in the contract that says that it can affect your license, your CDL. Because they hold your CDL until you finish your contract.
Your CDL's in your wallet.
They hold your CDL. It's just like you being 16 years old, getting your driver license. Yeah, it's in your pocket, but your parents can say you ain't driving no more.
That's right.
Just like you get a suspended license, you'll get a suspended license, not even know it, but you'll still have your driver license in your pocket. But yet you're still driving around on suspended driver license. I'll give you a
good one. When my sister was 16, when my sister was 16, my father refused to let my sister drive. She said, and my parents were divorced at that time. My sister went over my father, went to my mother's house, and my mother went to DMV and signed for that, for her to get a license. My father went to DMV and said that I did not give my daughter permission to drive, and I have legal custody of her. You know what they said? Don't matter. Your wife can sign for your daughter to drive a car.
Did she have a contract?
If your wife, if his wife signed for his driver's license, that is fine. But another thing is, though, if he goes down there and wants to hold her license so she can't drive, they're not going to take her license away. But if she gets caught driving, then they'll take her license away.
Yeah, because it's called driving on. Well, it ain't really suspended at that point, but in a roundabout way, you can basically say it's just like driving on suspended license.
When it's suspended, it is.
Yeah.
No roundabout. It is driving when suspended.
But the thing about it is that, Mr. Briggs, next time you come on here, I want you to prove Salty and Barbecue Mike wrong.
I can promise you, he ain't gonna prove us wrong. I can guarantee you that he ain't gonna prove us wrong.
I'm just saying.
He ain't gonna prove us wrong.
A contract goes a long way.
You damn right it does. I'm tell you what, a handshake don't mean shit no more. Not in the eyes of the law.
But listen, I negotiate contracts now all the time, and trust me, they can make up such bullshit, and it can happen. But I don't know the law. I don't know the contract. So
I'll tell you what, if people are not educated enough when they sign contracts, they can sign their entire fucking life away.
Oh, easily.
Yeah, very easily. That's why it's always best to bring an attorney, someone smarter than you, bring in somebody and let them sign off and let them read that shit.
And then it don't necessarily mean anything.
Well, yeah, and you know what? And I agree with you on that too. I do agree with you on that. You're right.
What's up, Bama?
Hurry up.
Because sometimes attorneys can just absolutely just fuck you because they're all in it for the money.
Oh, God, yeah.
Bama, what were you trying to say?
Ass to the south.
No, to the west.
I was just, hey, Bama, have you flipped that damn mule over yet?
No, but I bet you the tailpipe stuffed.
I bet it's stuck.
You still going to Diesel tomorrow, Gary?
What?
You still going to Diesel tomorrow?
No, my brother-in-law died, and it was a big shit storm at the family, so I had to take care of that, and I just come alive, and I got to take Kim to get her mammogram in the morning.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my brother-in-law, this dude, he's put some people, but they're arguing because he's got a new truck and stuff like that. And I told his sister, I said, look, you took care of him for the last 3 years. You keep that truck. I don't give a shit what anybody says.
That's right.
Oh, I hate people. When my parents died, there was people fighting over hell. My sister, my brother's ex-girlfriend came up and had her friend come through the house, and they were trying to take appliances.
I made it easy.
The thing of it is he's never had anything. He's always been spoiled and pampered his whole life from his mom and his dad, and which is my wife's dad. This kid, he never had to live on his own, or he's not a kid, he's 53 years old. He's never had to live on his own or anything. When my father-in-law passed away, this kid screwed up everything he did. My father-in-law left him, and nobody would help him. He had no help. He was in drugs, and his sister came down here, and his sister took him up north and got him straightened out, got him his, responsibilities and everything. Got him as helping get a new truck and all that. And they think
Sublime, are you echoing again?
Sublime, you got a TV on?
Man, I don't know where that noise is coming from. Fuck.
it's coming from Sublime.
Yeah.
But anyhow, he so his brothers hated him because he was with this lady and her son had broken into the apartment, or his brother's son broke into their apartment and beat up his daughter. And so they end up putting him in prison. So they're totally against him and they hate him. And so when they called and told him, they give him a hard time. So then I had to call and get all this shit straightened out and everything like that. And now I'm the only person that his sister will talk to. And, and I told her, you helped him and you took care of him. You keep that truck. But I don't give a shit what his brother says. And if his brother's got a problem, they come talk to me.
Yeah,
That's right.
That's right.
See, I made it easy. I made it easy for my brothers and sisters, Gary. I just told them, I said, look here, when mom goes, y'all come get any damn thing you want. I don't care. Because material things to me don't mean anything. I got all the feelings and everything I'm gonna need in my heart. Ain't nobody can take that from me. So if they want the material things, them five can come up here and argue and bitch and gripe and grumble over all that shit. I'm not going to say one word. I'm just going to let them have it all.
When my parents died, my niece's boyfriend came up and wanted my father's tools. I said, that ain't happening.
Yeah, I'm not going to fight over that shit because it just ain't worth it to me to fight over.
Well,
I don't mind if it's a family member, but like when there was people like boyfriends and girlfriends wanting some of my parents' stuff, I said, you're not even blood relative. My father, I'm my father's only living son. You're not getting his tools.
But I mean, the thing of it is, I think that the worst comes out of people when they have a death in the family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
It's all about money and material things at that time. They don't give a damn. They can't see anything else.
Yeah. Nope. And the bad comes out.
So I mean, don't get me wrong. My brother-in-law, he was a fuck up, but I mean, he was still, my wife's brother and everything. So, but I mean, when they come right down to it, I told the sister, and to keep the truck and whatever he had up there, that belongs to her, because he don't have no kids or nothing like that. So I mean. And these other guys, they're in their 60s. What the hell they need with his shit for?
Yeah, no joke. Exactly.
Yeah, if they didn't help, oh well.
Exactly.
I look at it like this. It sounds like to me all they see is dollar signs.
Yeah, no one else probably even needs the truck.
What can they get out of it once they sell it?
I mean, but she can use the truck because she needs it. Her car is like on a flat leg. And that's what I told her. I says, I don't give a shit with anybody. If they got a problem with it, you tell them, come see me, and I'll tell them I told you to keep the truck.
Yeah. And if they don't believe you, come to see me, and I'll tell them you're fucking awesome.
There you
go.
That's right.
So, Gary, have you had a chance to do anything else on the Fairmont?
Well, I'll tell you what I did. I got a stick of dynamite and I shoved it in the gas tank and ran like hell.
There you go. sounds like to me.
Paid your insurance bill, right?
It just sounds like to me you've had too much on your plate to even worry about that damn Fairmont.
I listen. Yeah. I got a bunch of crap going on. Like I said, I got 4 contracts we're getting ready to work on right now.
Damn, you got a lot of computer work going on right now.
Well, we're busy.
Reading and all that kind of shit.
Well, before you blow it up, give it to me, Gary, please.
And so anyhow, I got some of the, what is it, Scott Rod panels.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for the damn engine
firewall, for the firewall and that.
Yeah.
And so I got the wiring pretty much straightened out, because anything that has to do with the ignition, I'm plucking the wires out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I don't need them, because all the other ignition stuff, I got to have heavier duty wires anyhow for the MSD and everything.
How you gonna get to do the Scott Rod panels?
I already got it. I'm gonna do it myself.
Oh, you gonna cut it out and do all the fiberglass work and all that kind of stuff yourself?
There's nothing to do. It's just the panel that goes over it.
Yeah, it's just a layover.
Yeah, it just lays right over the top where the air conditioner and the heater core come out at.
Oh, so yours is not actually for the fender wells itself out there where the battery would be mounted and all that.
Oh,
okay. I got you.
and then I'm making a plate and stuff so I can put my resistors and everything inside the car.
So basically, you're not shaving the engine bay like most people do on a Fox bike. Okay, I got you. Yeah, see, I wouldn't do all that shit either.
No.
Don't get me wrong, it looks good when it's all done, but God Almighty, that just seems like a lot of work and a lot of headaches.
But my thing is that if I got a motor, it's freaking 60 over and this and that. I need as much air in that engine compartment as I can get to keep that thing cool.
I 100% agree with you there. Damn right. 100% agree with that.
That kind of depends on how much you want it, like 30, 40 over, 10 over what?
Well, it's 60 over. It's the 3-2-1s are 60 over.
You don't go outside. Let me move this over here.
Yeah,
It's a 69 block from a Shelby Mustang, to be honest with you.
Yeah, you can't keep that engine cool with farts.
Yeah,
Not unless you eat nice.
Did Sublime drop out?
I think he did.
I think because of the echo, I think he dropped.
No, he's scared.
Well, I don't know what it is. He used to never have an echo like that, and all of a sudden, I don't know what's going on. But now he's got an echo.
It depends on what he's doing inside.
Yeah, because he used to sit outside in the garage and talk to us all the time. He never had an echo.
Yeah,
I think it's that damn new truck he got. Needs to get rid of it.
Is.
Yeah, let's get rid of it.
Gary, you gotta go for a motorcycle ride soon.
Yeah.
With him having the echoes and stuff, I'm hoping it don't affect my phone. But he didn't. He didn't have this with his older phone, the S22 Plus, the S22 Ultra, the same phone I have. He didn't have that problem. The same one Pink's got. But when he got that new phone, he started having these problems.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's something with the phones or what.
What's he got?
I think he's got the S23 Ultra.
That's what I got.
I was like, it's a Samsung.
I got a 23.
Yeah, I don't have a 23. I got a 22 Ultra is what I got. It's big as hell. I think I don't think I'm gonna get the Ultra next time. Only because I don't want that big ass phone in my pocket. God damn, it's huge. After you put a case on it, dude, it's a big ass phone.
Yeah, I know you ain't never had nothing that big in your pants and what? Never.
I ain't never had nothing that big in my pants. What do you mean forever?
No,
I ain't never had nothing big.
He ain't never had it in his pants. He had it up his ass.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. If that motherfucker was long enough to stretch back there, I consider myself a man.
Hey guys,
thank you, Gary. I didn't have to say it.
Guys, I hate to say this, but I'm cutting this thing down, and we've been here for 3.5 hours.
Well, there you go. It's been a good 3.5 hours. I can't believe my phone ain't dead yet.
Yeah, no.
Damn, 40%. Damn, my phone's been doing pretty good.
Hey,
that's impressive.
And all that arguing you've been fucking doing,
I
guess you're good.
Yeah, it's called a Samsung, brother. Been an iPhone, it's been dead.
Hey, I really appreciate you guys coming up on the panel. I didn't see Funky. That's why I went ahead and started one. I had went to bed, but then I got up because of my brother-in-law shit going on.
Didn't he jump in here at the very beginning? Something say he had to work tomorrow, he was going to bed or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
My phone's older than yours.
I'd have jumped in earlier, but hell, I had the grandkids here and the son-in-law pulled up, and so that's why I was back and forth.
Well, that's cool, Bam. At least you're here now. That's all that counts, brother.
Well, Gary, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you letting me up on the panel. It's always my pleasure, sir.
All right. It's a pleasure having you guys up. You guys have a great rest of your night, and we will talk to you
too.
later.
And Bammer, take care, brother, and quit fucking raping that fucking mule.
No, I'm getting off the air now. I'm going to rape it.
And keep your finger out of the muffler.
Yeah. Hey, you know what it is, Gary? It ain't his damn finger in that muffler.
That's right. Yeah, everybody's asleep now. I got the muffler to myself.
Yeah, good thing about that mule won't howl.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Later, everybody.
That's sticking a banana up a tailpipe, huh?